What's happening, you guys? And welcome to another episode of the Fins Tailgate. I am your host, El Capitan, and today was a busy day in free agency. Lots of signings by a bunch of teams. Dolphins had their fair share, kept some guys in the building. We'll get into all that. Guys, make sure you're hitting the like button on your way in. I dropped a bunch of videos earlier. The algorithm's going to kind of hold me back because I tried to do some news brief stuff, something I plan to do in the future. But because I'm releasing so many videos all at the same time, the algorithm kind of will hold you back a little bit. So make sure you're liking it, sharing it, subscribing if you guys haven't. If you're watching on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, come over to YouTube, subscribe to the channel, get in on the conversation. Make sure you guys are partaking. Also, guys, check out all the great content we have here on the channel. Talk TMI Tuesday, live at 9. Also with color commentary on there for you. Right after that, you got Mike on the mic with Open Mic. And you can catch Mike again with Drop the Mic and Brandon the Bookie on Saturdays. Thursday nights is late night color commentary. Can't wait to see what Color has to say. I'm going to bring Color in here a little bit in a little while. And you guys can help support the show at Cash App, Venmo, the Fins Tailgate. And you guys can also, if you're interested, we got some awesome TFTG gear. Link is in the description. Go ahead and check it out. Got hats, hoodies, sandals, beanies, shirts, all kinds of good stuff. And we're also partnered with Fanatics. You guys get yourself awesome, nice cup just like this on fanatics.com. They got all kinds of good sports apparel, Dolphin stuff, football, basketball, everything, guys. That's the place to go. Hit the link. Let them know we send you. It helps out the show. So, guys, first up, Mike, what's happening? CT, Alex, Anthony, John, what's happening here early? Gio in here. Ali Da. What's up, Pat? What's happening, guys? Big news today, guys. All kinds of big stuff happening. As I reported earlier, Emmanuel Ogbah was pretty much going to get $16 million a year. And listen, he was offered more money. Teams like the Jets, Jaguars, and other teams like that were ready to buy him for much more money than he took with the Dolphins. It's a good sign. I know, right, FM? We getting up there. AB, what's up, brother? We're getting close to it. Guess what, guys? We've went over the 750 mark, so we will be giving out these hats on the show. I'll wait, but I'll send out a tweet. I'll pick a day, and we will be giving out these hats. We'll do some free drawings. Everybody's got to be subscribed on YouTube to get the hats. We'll put in a hashtag. We'll give off one of the hats, and we'll put another hashtag in on one of the other shows and give off one of the other hats. So make sure you guys are tuning into all the content. And when we hit over 1,000, we're going to give away more stuff. So it's exciting stuff. What's up, Florida Born? What's happening? Let's go, baby. No matter what they did, the coaching staff is the biggest pickup. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, brother, I'm right there with you. To me, there's some people are kind of shocked that the Dolphins hadn't made a bunch of big splashes yet, or, even trades. And I said so in the get-go. The fact that they're not doing any of these trades is kind of, we'll see. But no offensive lineman picked up. That's kind of what I thought. To me, there's a lot of invested value already on this team. These coaches should be able to coach these guys up. Chris Greer's not going to bring in a $20 million Armstead. Maybe he would, but I didn't see it happening, honestly. It still has a chance. We could still get him. There's still cap to be cut and contracts to be redone. Xavier Howard's deal is going to be redone, or he's going to be traded. One way or another, there's cap space cleared up when that happens. So there is still movement coming our way, but Chris Greer's not the kind of guy that, gets trigger happy or starts slinging out, whipping out the checkbook and writing big old checks because he feels like he's Big Daddy, with the checkbook now. That's not how Chris Greer gets down. So I didn't expect big time, overwhelming signings. So I'm not surprised, but there was some good signings. And with that, we'll go on a little bit of a breakdown of some of these signings. So, all right, guys. First thing we'll look at is franchise tag on Mike Gesicki. It's reported that Mike Gesicki has signed the tender. It is for $10.93 million as a tight end. So he did sign it. Mike Gesicki last year, he posted a reception high, even though for whatever reason, guys, it felt like a down year for Gesicki. He did post, it was a down because in 2021 he had career receptions and yards, but to me there was a mega misuse of Mike Gesicki in the offense under Flores. This is where this makes sense to me. We all know Mike Gesicki's not like tight end. He's not gonna block. He's not gonna be used as a blocker. It's misdirection, trickery. But for just around $11 million to replace the talent as a pass catcher on the open market for what he can do just in the mismatch for him, I don't think the Dolphins wanted to do. So they keep him in, and it also, if something comes along and they see him as trade value, maybe that happens. But either way, Level 2 Noob says he feels like the Dolphins told them that if they negotiated his extension this year, they would sign him. So essentially you're saying that signing this franchise tag, they'll be able to negotiate for the extension. Level 2 Noob. I think it's more along the lines that maybe he thinks that because he gets franchise tagged, this is going to allow him in this offense to get a lot more targets, because it will. This offense is about spreading the ball out a little bit more than, Jalen Waddle ain't breaking no rookie receiving records next year. It's more about targets in different ways. There's shovel passes, there's pitches. You might see Gesicki out of the offset eye or in an offset wishbone pattern where it looks like a triple option almost, and they just pitch the ball out to him. And that's there's different ways they're going to facilitate getting the ball to him. So I don't think that would be smart because he's not too quick, but who knows? I expect them to get tricky. And his ability to catch balls, just mossing fools one-handed like he does, for $11 million, it's worth it, I guess. So Mike Gesicki's around. He stays here, 6'6", 240 pounds. Everybody already know. In his first 4 years with the Dolphins, he's caught almost 200 passes. It's actually 199 for 2,255 yards, and he scored 13 touchdowns. So as a tight end, that's a pretty decent production. So we'll see. Maybe this year being under the tag will get him to play lights out under this offense. And we can say I bid thee adieu because I don't know. I wouldn't think he'd be sticking around. Next guy, the guys have placed up is Nick Needham. They put the second round tender on Nick Needham. It's for $3,980,000. I don't think there's anything bad about keeping Nick Needham on this football team. Right now, he's a second round tender. So if someone comes out there and wants to give the Dolphins a second rounder for him and pay him more money to a longer contract, by all means. But to me, what a steal. Nick Needham getting around $4 million. I like it. He's played plenty of football for us out the nickel. He does good in the corner slot position. He played some safety when we had guys out with COVID and banged up on there. So Nick Needham's a good football player. I didn't want to see him leave, which leads me into the next guy that was the steal of it to me as up to this point is Emmanuel Ogbah. 4 years, $65 million, $32 million guaranteed. By all reports, again, he gave us a deal. He was getting offered significantly more from other teams. I'm going to say he walked away from the Jaguars from probably about 10 to 12 million more dollars. And that's Jacksonville. It's not like they can. I heard, I said to the Jets or other teams, and they were like, no, it's the money he doesn't, with taxes and whatnot, because it's so much. No, Jacksonville's got the same taxes as Miami, and it's cheaper to live in Jacksonville area than Miami area. But for whatever reason, he chose here. And that's a good sign. Maybe it's because he believes this system and this team's going some places, at least better places than Jacksonville, which wouldn't be the stretch of the imagination because Jacksonville hasn't gone anywhere in so long that, Ogbah's like, yeah, you know what? I'll stay here. But either way, $16 million a year with $9 million a year guaranteed is damn good price for Ogbah's output. As you guys know, Ogbah, in the 2 years he's been with the Dolphins, he's gotten 83 sacks, 45 quarterback hits, 83 tackles, 45 sack. All right, let me slow down, guys. I'm all over the place. 83 tackles, 45 quarterback hits, 18 sacks, 4 forced fumbles, and 17 passes deflected. There we go. Finally got it out. All these numbers and words messing brother up. He is 28 years old. Now he gets to stay with Ogbah gets to stay with Christian Wilkins, Raekwon Davis, Jalen Phillips, Zach Sealer. Pretty good, formidable front. I like that front. I think we all felt good about it. Sprinkle in a little bit of Van Ginkel here and there, and the defensive front looks pretty well intact. And that was a place of strength for us. I hope we figure out a way to keep Jenkins on this team. Maybe they rework stuff with Adam Butler, because Adam Butler is under contract, but he could be cap casualty because I think he's owed almost $6 million. I can't remember. Maybe it was like 4.5 or 5. I don't know. But either way, maybe they work stuff out with him. Next free agent that the Dolphins signed is Teddy Bridgewater. And I called it too when I first heard it because the details didn't come out for quite some time afterwards. But I said it's got to be a $10 million deal. And maybe if we're lucky, it's less guaranteed money and it's incentive to 10. And that's exactly what they did. $10 million deal, 6.5 money guaranteed. Teddy Bridgewater does have a winning record in the NFL. He's 33-30. He has a passer rating of 90.7. Last year, he threw for 3,052 yards, 18 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. I was just over there on TD with TD Fins Talk. Shout out TD, my boy. He just ran through. I saw it earlier. He ran through the numbers, and by every metric last year, even though Bridgewater played a game more than Tua, his output on a game-to-game basis, percentage, everything, QBR, every single number, Bridgewater's a better quarterback. So essentially, the only thing we can bet on at this point is that A, the offensive scheme was lackluster, which is definitely a fact of why it affected Tua's numbers. B, the offensive blocking was terrible, which it was, and that could be better. So hopefully these two things bring Tua's numbers up, and that could be in default of what Teddy Bridgewater had to work with. Definitely a better running game I would give him, at least for most of the year anyhow. So there is some deference to the numbers as far as where Teddy was playing and where Tua was playing. But in all actuality, Teddy Bridgewater is a very decent quarterback. Started plenty of football games in the NFL. And I know, and I see you, Greg, KB number 1. This is exactly what Mike McDaniel said he wanted. He wanted a guy that had experience, that in a pinch was going to work out, and that can help Tua in this offense. And they run zone blocking in Denver, have forever. Since Shanahan left the building, they've been saying, yeah, we're going to stick with that. So he can help. Teddy Bridgewater's a vet. Now, is Teddy Bridgewater thinking like Tannehill did and said, hey, you know what? I come here on this football team. This kid gets injured, goes down for a few weeks. Maybe I hit my bonus. Maybe that bonus is a couple started. I don't know. I guarantee the bonus is definitely contingent upon playing time as far as starting goes. And he'll get some of that bonus because Tua has proven that he has not played a full season yet. I hope this isn't the case for year 3 with Tua, in that he plays a full season and there's enough data to get from him. And I hope it's a successful one at that, especially if it's with the Dolphins. So, but Teddy Bridgewater's a good backup. He can run this system. He can help Tua as a backup quarterback. And again, something happens, we got to bring him in. He's somebody that's going to do his job to the best of his abilities. Teddy Bridgewater is not a big arm, but he's definitely a good facilitator of an offense. And again, this offensive scheme that they're building is meant to be predicated about a run game and, lateral and, picking them apart in zone and every now and again going over the top of them if they mess up. If you see something and you can get them, that's what they'll do. So let's see. This signing is outside of the Ogbah signing. Well, I don't know. I like a lot of these signings. I like the Edmonds signings. But this signing here, the wide receiver out of Dallas, Cedric Wilson Jr., they signed him to a 3-year deal for $22.8 million, $12.75 million guaranteed. He's 6'3". He's a deep threat. He's athletic as all get out. They got some good weapons there in Dallas, and this kid figured out a way to get some snaps amongst CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper and all the rest of the friggin' guys. They got Gallup. They have some good weapons over there. And this guy, they probably would have liked to keep him, especially for this money. But Dallas is strapped right now. So Wilson has the versatility to run every route Miami needs in the offense, which could make him ideal complement for Jalen Waddle and Devontae Parker. The Dolphins decided to keep the 8th-year veteran. If they decide to keep the 8th-year veteran, talking about Devontae, while depth remains an issue at receiver, Miami now possesses 3 starters with 4 potential playmakers, with Lynn Bowden being in that mix. I like this type of offense. This is the type of guy I think they would get. Someone who's shifty for his size, and he's got breakaway speed. When I seen this signing, especially because he's done a little bit of punt details and stuff like that, and he's taken some snaps out of the run game. They use him a little trickery. He's even thrown a touchdown pass. But to me, this doesn't look good for Mac Hollins. And I know a lot of people wanted to keep Mac Hollins around here, and I hope that I'm wrong. But to me, this looks like this might be the guy, along with another guy that they signed, that takes away from Mac Hollins being on this team. But it's a good signing. I'm pretty stoked about it. To me, it was pretty awesome. This other guy that I just found out that the Dolphins signed, cornerback Keon Crossen, they agreed to a 3-year deal for $10.5 million. Crossen was a former he's essentially a depth guy. Going to do special teams. He's a special teams ace kind of guy. I don't know much about him, to be honest with you guys. It kind of came in a little late. This is a little bit more. He was drafted by the Patriots. He's been around in the league for a little bit. So let me see. I'm going to find a little bit more about him real quick, guys. Hold on. Here we go. The Dolphins agreed to terms to a deal with cornerback and special teams standout Keon Crossen. Crossen and the Dolphins agreed to terms on Monday night, according to a league source. The Miami Dolphins Monday was the first day the free agency could negotiate contacts with new teams. Wednesday at 4 p.m., blah, 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 blah. Crossen has become one of the league's most respectable special teams players, spending the last year in New York Giants in 2020 and 2019 with the Houston Texans, winning a Super Bowl ring as a rookie in 2018 with the Patriots. Crossen saw most of his time on defense with the 2020 Texans when he was out and in on 28% of defensive snaps. He had a career high of 46 tackles and 5 passes defended while logging only 4 starts in his NFL career. Special teams ace, blah, blah. This guy makes, especially with the guy from Dallas, kind of these 2 hires kind of might fill in Mac Hollins' role and Clayton Fejedemon's role, which I expected Clayton Fejedelem to lose his job, guys. I don't know why this guy's still around here. So, no junior. I don't think Cordell's been signed yet. I haven't seen anything where Cordell Patterson's been signed. Damn, dude, what? Back itching like a mug. So I haven't seen anything about that. I would love to get Cordell Patterson on his team. He was asking for like $9 million. People aren't signing big deal contract. It's everybody hurting. Economy, war over in Ukraine and stuff. Gas prices are high. Mofos ain't getting all that money. It's a bad year for free agency. Oh, man. So the one I think is going to be, we're going to feel a presence right away, and it's right in with everything that they want to do here in the Dolphins, is Chase Edmonds. This guy's got tread on the tires. I'm pretty stoked about the Chase Edmonds because it wasn't even something I considered, because I didn't think Arizona was going to let him walk. I thought Arizona was going to figure it out. And by all accounts, Arizona was trying to get it. We kind of offered a little bit more money to take him away from Arizona. So it tells me that Mike McDaniel wanted this guy and sees him playing well in his scheme, which makes me feel good, because Mike McDaniels better start taking some ownership. I think this Chase Edmonds is a fingerprint of what Mike McDaniels expects, especially and Cedric Wilson. These are two guys that Chris Greer has went and got for Mike McDaniel and what he plans to put into the offense. So the Miami Dolphins have agreed to terms with Chase Edmonds, according to Drew Rosenhaus, committing to pay the former Fordham standout $12.6 million over 2 years, with $6.1 in that deal being guaranteed. So locking down Edmonds, who has started 11 of 12 games he played in the Cardinals last season, while rushing for 592 yards, scoring 2 touchdowns on 116 carries, and catching 43 passes for 311 yards, bringing that total to 903 yards. Was the second order of business for the Dolphins as the legal tampering free agency periods began at noon. Impending signing of Edmonds, which is officially going to happen on Wednesday when the NFL league year begins, is supposed to address Miami's stagnant rushing game, which was ranked 29th in the league last year, gaining only 1,568 yards, averaging 3.5 yards per carry, and only scoring 12 rushing touchdowns. Wow, when you hear that out loud, it sounds ugly, doesn't it? Man, 1,568 yards, 3.5 yards a carry, and only 12 rushing touchdowns. That's ugly. Hurts to even say it. But Edmonds was tied 6th in the NFL at 5.1 yards a carry. We'll see better production from him. What's up, Fins Up 74? Isaac, Iceman, what's happening? I'm from TD Fins Talk. I subbed to your channel, bro. We're here to support. Thanks, Iceman. Appreciate it, homie. Thank you. Daniel, what's happening? Thanks for hopping in, guys. Alex, Junior. Everybody getting up in this You know what, guys? I don't know. What do y'all think? What out of today's free agent hires, even guys we kept in the building? What's going on, Laquan? Zippa, what's up, Zippa? What do you guys think is your favorite hire or free agent pickup? Because to me, probably the most important, and I think we can all agree, is what's his name? Friggin' Emmanuel Ogbah. Sorry, guys. Need to drink this tea, get some energy up in this He was definitely, if we lost him on this team, we were going to be hurting. So it could have really made the biggest hole to fill in some ways, because this is an offensive coaching staff, offensive ordeal. What's up, Dan? Cap for life. They were smart to keep a guy in the building, and we got him for a hell of a deal. That's what I believe. I think we got him for a damn good price. So to me, that and the Edmonds, I'm excited to see Chase Edmonds over here. I thought he was in a by committee running game, which is what we're going to run around here. Edmonds stands out in that committee, and that makes me excited because we're going to see guys like him even run routes. That's what this offense does, because that's what they want. They want their running backs to even run routes. So they want multiple. So I can't wait. I'm going to be bringing on color commentary here in just a minute, guys. But there was another article I was going to read before this. Oh, where was it? I guess I ain't got that. But you know what I have noticed, guys? There's still a clutching of the pearls going on here. No offensive line help. And again, I didn't expect them to do it. And I said this on TD earlier, that I expected them to be very close and go in and try to do coaching up these guys. They'll pick some dudes up. They're going to, but they're not going to be like Teron Armstead for 20+ million. That ain't going to happen. And then the door ain't shut on Deshaun Watson, guys. And I know people don't want to hear that. So, yeah, that's right, level 2 noob. Deshaun Watson. Yeah, Junior. My favorite signing is the next one. I feel you on that. It's like the best fish I ever ate was the next one I ate. I'm gonna bring color commentary on. Color, what's happening, my guy?
What's up, man? How you doing tonight?
That's a nice picture you got there.
Yeah, you like that? It's even got a little bit of a purple tint to it, you know.
Yeah, it's pretty
figuring it, you know.
Yeah, match the jacket. I like it.
Yeah. And also, you know, I've got new exclusive footage of the door recently.
Yeah, JP on Sports it says Morgan Moses is still available. I've been championing that, JP. You know that. I want that Morgan Moses.
So I do have
gets
new
Morgan Moses
updated.
That'll be nice.
Updated exclusive footage of the door.
You do.
If you're ready. Yep.
The Tua door. Hold on.
The door.
I do have video of the kicking in of the door to play as well. But go ahead.
Okay, this is the new updated door.
Is that Teddy I see in the back
That's
there?
Teddy, man.
Is that Teddy?
That's our QB1 right there.
Wow.
We'll fight for kings, for Ragnarok.
Finger up for Ragnarok. Finger up for Ragnarok.
Was that for Teddy Bridgewater too? How great was that? Yeah, Teddy coming in here bringing the Vikings up in this muh.
Yeah, I really like the that's probably, I mean, I'm a big fan of the Cedric Wilson signing. I honestly never talked him up because I honestly figured Dallas would know what they had in him and wouldn't be shopping him. So I'm really happy with Cedric Wilson, but
the deal, it was like $12.75 million for
and
2
beyond
years.
that, I absolutely love the flyer on Teddy Bridgewater, and mainly because I'm not convinced that, I mean, like we talked about it earlier on the phone, and I really think that that there is a competition going to happen, and I think that my bet for dinner with mom is still intact. I think I have a really good chance of winning that bet now.
What about that $20 bet with Gio?
Well, I mean, that was how about the $100 one with CB saying that Tua will get better by the end of the season. I mean, man, I'm looking really good on that one now.
Yeah.
But as far as the incentives go, I'd like to point out that, you know, it'd be a very cynical move if they told Teddy that he's got incentives that he can add on for playing time without ever really giving him a chance to compete for playing time. That's kind of a cynical thing to do.
I think Teddy knows
that we're not,
going on.
you know, a thing that around these parts we don't take too kindly to anymore, if you know what I mean. So, you know,
oh my God,
you don't lie to your quarterback, right? You know, you don't damage their psyche like that. So, I highly doubt that. I mean, I really think there's a good chance that Teddy is able to compete in training camp for the job. And as far as the door on Watson, I want to point out something out to everybody. You don't get a backup quarterback that is the exact opposite body type of the quarterback you have, given that you want that quarterback to run the same scheme and all this other stuff. I mean, if you look at who's who, okay, and who's still in play and all this other stuff, look, first of all, if anybody's ever flown to Hawaii, you would know that Seattle's probably the most favorable jumping point to fly to the Hawaii. Secondly, you got a guy out in Seattle that could play backup to Tua that does fit his body type and the type of archetype quarterback that Pete Carroll looks for out in Seattle. And I'm sorry, but there's somebody else whose body type Teddy Bridgewater fits more. And I'm just saying, you know, anything can happen. Make it happen, Greer. Be aggressive like you claim you're being.
Well, he's said he's going to be active, and he said and there was indication of aggression. And this is right. This is just like Chris Greer, very coy, very smart. Every signing is a smart signing when you look at the money. Even Ogbah, who to me, I think Ogbah, again, I think there's $15 million easily Ogbah could have got if he would have left the Dolphins.
Well, question real quick, Chris. If our starting quarterback was the same type of quarterback as our backup this year, would Jacoby Brissett have looked so terrible when he came in as for backup duties?
Jacoby was terrible, bro.
I know. I'm just saying though. But if the offense was geared to hit, if the offense was geared to that type of quarterback, he could be more terrible than our starter, but he still would have sufficed better.
I will say this: Jacoby is a pocket passer, and this was a mobile offense. And anytime Jacoby had to pick his knees up and start running, it looked like he was in like the pool running in the pool.
That's what I mean, though, Chris.
That's what it looked like he was running in the pool.
But that's what I mean. Had it been built for a guy like him, he may have looked a little better, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I got you. Hey, so
but that's again, and I'm faulting Flores for that. I'm faulting whoever decided to bring an exact opposite body type as the quarterback, as your starting quarterback, to be his backup. You know what I mean? That's coach's fault. You know, and that's not something NFL teams traditionally do. You know, it's more likely that a guy like Drew Lock would be backing up Tua.
That ain't no lie, because
then Bridgewater backing up
Drew Lock.
You know
Drew Lock has some mobility to him. He does. But I mean, Drew Lock and Bridgewater were the same guy, and Bridgewater is kind of the same kind of system quarterback as Tua, anyhow.
Yeah.
But again, they're definitely gonna. I don't think there's gonna be a competition. That's not what Mike McDaniel alluded to. He more alluded to somebody backing up to a.
Then he won't be here long. That's just all there is to it.
Oh, Mike McDaniel?
Yeah.
Well, I think
if he's really gonna hitch his wagon to one person without having ever seen them on the field once, besides tape, and if he's looking at the same tape we are, then he won't be here long, unfortunately, and we'll be in the same boat again, like always.
I wonder if they're banking on. Well, I know for a fact they're banking on their system. They're banking on their system and how it operates.
I got you.
And can accentuate the run game and displace the defense and force the offense on the defense, which is, you get guys' hips turning and they're going to misdirection. And it works.
Yeah, but I know. But, I mean, most teams are going to come in here and they're going to game plan for getting out of the gate quick and putting up 14 to 21 points.
If you think Teddy Bridgewater, to me, Teddy Bridgewater is a perfect guy to back up Tua, because there is potential for upside more with Tua, because Tua is a little bit more faster as far as running goes. He is more accurate, and I will give it to him. He can put more heat on the ball. Teddy Bridgewater puts floater after floater. Their timing is fine, and he can catch guys on crossing routes. He don't have a long arm, and it ain't a strong one. For whatever reason, he can place them perfectly. They take forever to get there, but he is like
a weaker Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston's got a cannon. People forget Jameis Winston can heave a football. He's weaker than Jim Harbaugh was as a quarterback. Teddy Bridgewater. That's why he's got that glove on, so he can get every inch of that ball to sling it. Somebody we haven't heard from today about anything of free agency, and I'm going to bring him in. He wasn't able to go on earlier on TD. You guys usually catch him on Monday on TDs, but Mike on the mic, man. What's up, Mike?
Mike.
What up, everybody?
What up?
So, interesting day.
Yeah, a lot going down today, huh, Mike?
I love the Edmonds pickup. If he stays healthy, he's a diverse weapon.
Hold on a second real quick, Mike. Cap, already on it, my brother. Already in conversations, man. We're gonna try to work it out for Wednesday, but I'm thinking Friday or by the end of this weekend, I'm gonna have Paul and Kat come on the show, hopefully. So we're working it out. It's coming here soon. Already working on it, Cap. Read my mind, brother.
So I really like the Edmonds pickup. I think that's just, like I said, he's versatile. I'm in love with the Cedric Wilson pickup. What I watched happen when he took over in Dallas after injuries this year, he's a he's a guy that needed more playing time. So I think he's going to be a good pickup, and he's healthy all the time. He's always healthy.
And it's cheap. 12.75 guaranteed.
Yep.
That ain't nothing.
Well, I think that I saw some numbers, and I don't know if I'm right or if I misread. I played golf with my kid this morning, first time ever. That was super fun, by the way. But I think Ogbah, because of the way the contract is set up, it's only like $8.5 million against the cap. And that's
right. It's only $8.5 to $9 million every year. It's very minimal to the cap.
That
very
special teams guy we picked up, he had 8 special teams tackles last year, which would have been the most on the Dolphins. So he's going to replace Fedulum. And then I thought I guess the most impressive thing for me was the Ogbah, because Omar Kelly had put it out there that he might be walking, and then he tried to backtrack and say things might change by Monday. I don't know, but I'm impressed, and I'll tell you, I'm gonna be extremely honest. The only disappointment I had today,
no offensive
was
line,
that they let Tomlin know. The offensive lineman that signed today, I didn't want any of them. Brandon Scherf, I wanted to stay far away from that.
I thought they were going to make something.
Letting Tomlinson go to the Jets, that hurt on multiple levels. I don't know where we were in negotiations with him, but 100% I missed. I really wanted Tomlinson, but my other wants, and then once Tom Brady unretired, I knew Jensen was going back to Junior. I think okay. So here's my problem.
Yeah, they're talking about him getting cut because he wants to re-sign for more money.
No, they already released him. They already released him. Yeah,
no, he hadn't. He hadn't been released. I don't think he's been released just yet.
That's what his face reported an hour ago. Let me pull the tweet back up.
Yeah, maybe he did. Maybe he did. Maybe they got either way. So if he's released, I think we're staying away from him. Or
he wants big money.
If he's released, he's going to be as much, if not more, than Terron Armstead. And I wasn't okay with going too high on Armstead, but I think I'd be okay going too high on
He's never
Collins
missed a
because
game.
He's younger.
He's never missed a game.
Yeah, exactly. But he's got suspended. But yeah, but he's younger.
At that. Okay.
And he's become a formidable pass blocker, but he's a phenomenal run blocker. So
we need that.
I if they don't get Collins, then they need to pick up 2 offensive linemen. If they get Collins and maybe a journeyman tackle or a journeyman guard, I think Collins can help the communication level. And I think these coaches are going to get their hands on the offensive line we have and really help them perform at a better level. But I was very happy we didn't panic and sign some of these offensive linemen that got signed.
That ain't Chris Greer's style, dude. That ain't his style, bro.
True. And
that ain't his
I haven't
style,
gotten to it yet. I haven't gotten to it yet. I'm going to get to it now. I really wish we would have traded for Collins, though, because if we had traded for Collins, $10 million a year for the next 3 years.
Contract, and then we control the negotiations.
I would have given up the 29th pick for it, like in a heartbeat. To get
I don't know about
talent
all that.
At $30 million over the next 3 years,
he was gonna make a tussy fit. He wants to get money, so he wants to rework that contract. And really, the Dallas Cowboys are doing him a favor by releasing him to free agency like that.
Oh, 100%. He's gonna get paid. He's gonna get over $20 million.
Update real quick. They took it down. He hasn't been released yet.
Yeah, really? I want to trade for him.
They had to memory hole all the video they put out on it.
If they don't pull the trade for him, I'm going to be disappointed because they need to be on that. They need to be on the phone, and I hope they are, but they need to be on the phone right now.
Rap is reporting that Denver's in the mix for him, though.
Yep. But Mr. Teddy Two Gloves, I mentioned a few weeks ago
so bad, man,
that I wanted, if they were going to bring in a backup quarterback for Tua, I wanted somebody that could challenge him, but not threaten him. And I think they got borderline a guy that can threaten him, but they definitely got a guy that can challenge him. So I'm extremely pleased with the Bridgewater pickup because I didn't see that one coming. I thought they were going to go get a younger guy that was more of a project, not an
I thought we were gonna go get like Joe Flacco or something. That's what I thought.
I find it highly ironic that we're more concerned about our backup quarterback threatening our quarterback than the opponent's defense.
Hey, no, and
it's just hilarious to me.
But I come at it from the mental.
We as an organization, not you, Mike.
Yes, but I come at it from the mental perspective of Tua doesn't need any more of that.
He only allowed 0 pressures and I think 3 sacks last year. Ennis, penalties be damned, dude. Buddy's getting paid. He only allowed 3, no QB hits and only 3 sacks. So,
but I really like Bridgewater because I think he's going to be able to. You mentioned it earlier. He's going to be able to help explain the game more to Tua.
Yeah,
and in a pinch. He's not a bad guy to roll with. I don't know about putting him as a starter, but he's not a bad guy to have. And he's been under some really good coaches. So
and he knows the blocking scheme that the system that's run. And what's good is that he can still physically run this scheme because it takes somebody with some wheels.
And it's Lyle Collins got benched because him and Dallas didn't see eye to eye.
Yeah,
there was a lot of off the field controversy between Dallas and Lyle Collins and him appealing a certain decision that was made, the failing a drug test, trying to bribe a drug tester. It was a bunch of off the field stuff is why he got benched. But yeah, I'm really pleased with today. First day of free agency. My mind's been on baseball a little bit more, but I've been following along with football as well. And when I was playing golf, I missed all the news, but I caught up on it.
Okay, so it was 2 sacks, not 3. You're right.
But his run block grade is absurd. Yeah, exactly. He's become a formidable pass blocker, but he's a far better run blocker.
He's legit. He's gonna get money.
But
what's up, Big John?
What up, Big John? So I don't think Teddy's going to. I just think he's going to benefit Tua. I really do, and I'm happy they got somebody that I think can really help explain the game on a different level. And Teddy Bridgewater was under Sean Payton, so there's some excellent coaching he got that I know it made him a better quarterback, and I'm hoping he can relay that to Tua. And at this point, guys, like I've moved on from being upset that Watson won't be a Dolphin. And it's not because it was Watson. I'm moving on from being upset that they didn't try to go get, not that they didn't try, I said that wrong, but they didn't get a top flight QB when one was available.
Did you get signed somewhere? Did I miss
something? Yeah. What you're talking like the door's shut and I got video of the door being kicked over.
He wants to go to
I am the key master.
There he is, right there. Look.
Hey,
and the back door was swung wide open today too. Back door swung right open.
But I think we're rolling. I've moved on from hoping. Reality for me right now set in that Tua is our guy, and whether I think he's going to get us to the promised land or not, I'm going to support the kid, and now I'm going to start figuring out ways to criticize him on a level. That's funny. Criticize him on a level of respect instead of, I can't believe we took him number 5 overall. So, and it goes back to my faith in this coaching staff that if anybody right now is going to get the most out of Tua, it's a bunch of teachers, and that's what we hired. A bunch of guys that can teach, and they're going to make him feel comfortable. And whether you think that needs to be done or not, and coddling and all that, that's a different story for a different day. But the guys they brought in are going to be able to break down his wall. And I think they're really going to be able to help him excel. But I'm still not going to sit here and tell you that I think Tua is enough to, even at his ceiling, I don't think it's enough to compete in the AFC anymore.
You know what? I think I got someone that's going to come on and agree with you in this statement, and I want to get their thoughts on free agency, some of the pickups. Farmerporn.com. Mike on the mic. What's happening, bud?
What's up, everybody?
Yeah. Oh, look, and he got the wife beater underneath there too.
And I was just about to say the same thing, Cap for life.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing?
Doing good, man.
Man, Big John, I'm doing way better now. I see your pretty face.
First of all, I'd like to apologize to y'all because I haven't been on lately, but I had to take care of some shit. But right. I was talking to Chris the other day, and Chris told me something that's true, man. You can't take care of shit that's not. You can't if it's not in your hands, regardless of what you want to do. You can't deal with it. So fuck everybody and what they're trying to deal with. She can take care of shit on her own, bro.
First things first, got to take care of number one, bro. Can't take care of nobody else.
You told me that. That's what I'm saying. You told me that the other day, and I was like, and then I was like, you know what? You're right. And my mom was like, but what about the baby? Hey, she's 2. She doesn't know what the hell's going on right now. She's 2.
Yeah. Baby, best for the baby is what's best for you. Baby depend on you on everything else. You need to take care of number one, bro.
Like I was talking to Mike the other day, and Mike learned a little bit more of everything that I'd gone through, and my mom was like, listen, if you're not healthy, no matter what you do, the baby's not like, if you're not good, the baby's not going to get better. You know,
that's right, man.
I got to take care of me. So
if you don't take care of your Jesse Davis problems, you're
that's the moral behind the King Arthur tale, man.
Did Mike even see that picture?
Kingdom's
Did you see
only
my
as
daughter's
strong as
sack
his
dance,
king.
Mike?
Oh yeah,
no, you sent it to me on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
That's the face she put when she knocked down Color. She put that same face.
Yeah, she took Color out and got around on the other side of Jesse Davis, put that spin move on him. I think the dress really threw him off. That twirl just took him right to the cleaners.
Hey, by the way, it is March Madness, guys.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mike, I got my betting site that I use gave me a free bracket, so I just totally blinded it, man. I made obviously the Canes are going to win the national championship. But I don't know how I got there. I know somewhere in the mix I left out Texas, though, just so you know. They're getting beat by somebody. I don't remember who it was.
Hey, Color, what's the over-under on that one? The Canes winning the championship?
Oh, I have no idea, but I don't really – I've never done a bracket before, so I was just like, yeah, they look good. Yeah, Gonzaga, I heard of them. They're going all the way.
The chances of the Canes winning the championship are like the chances that Chris and Mike.
I think I have it. I think I have Miami versus Duke.
Whatever, bro. They've been calling me for years.
Yeah, I think I have Miami versus Duke in the final.
Color, go see if you can find the NBA odds for Luka for MVP yet.
All right. I did before. They're not up right now, but I had them like a month ago or so that when you asked me.
Yeah,
but they're
I'm trying
not
to
up
find
right
it because
now.
he's starting to get mentioned a lot more in national media, but that's a different story for a different day.
Tua is the best quarterback. Can't say it without laughing. Man, he can't even say it without typing. That's some stuff right there, bro. Can't even get through the typing. Farmer porn. What was your favorite?
You can't even say that without laughing.
I can't, bro. I can't.
Oh, by the way, that picture of the bridge I got, the file name is literally titled Bridge Over Troubled Waters.
Oh, really? I thought it said Farmer Porn Bridge. That would have been the best. Guys, first of all, make sure you're hitting the like button. If you're watching on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter.
No, y'all were on
YouTube.
Fire last night.
Oh man, we were going nuts.
I had like 130 people watching at one point.
We were getting crunk last night. I don't know why. It was just time of night. It'll probably get a little bit more crunk over the next hour.
You guys really seem to get crunk when I'm not on, so maybe I should jump off and let you guys blow it up again.
Well, you know what? We need you to watch at least, bro. It doesn't help if you don't watch. Algorithm is the algorithm.
No, Big John, you keep AB around for us, man.
Yeah, and not only that, you keep it pretty around here. So let's get real.
I mean, at the end, I'm not. Look, let's keep it 1,000. The other day I was on, and I got off because I'm tired. I don't know about the rest of y'all. but I'm exhausted after a year and a half to continuing to talk about Deshaun Watson. I'd rather talk about a transgender chick for 3 hours than talk about Deshaun Watson. So I got tired of it, and I was like, click, and I went to watch a movie. No,
what movie did you watch? Was it a farmer porn production?
No, it wasn't. I actually saw Batman for the third time because the movie's out of hand.
I love the second one.
I told you the one that just came out. I told you that shit was out of hand.
Hey, Big John, did you get a Batman calzone at Little Caesars yet?
No, because
place that bet, level 2 noob. Place that bet plus 2,500. Place that damn bet if you can.
I like the movie, but everything that's got
Squid Games from the work. Squid Games from the work. I know level 2 noob. He is high, bro. Get off your shit, bro. That hat's too tight on your head, bro.
At the end of the year, he's going to be averaging right around between 28, 29 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists.
Are you using the metric system for this, or are you using the American system for this?
Everything's divided by pi, bro. He's been
averaging
35, 11, and 9, or 11 and 8 since February 3rd.
You know that if it wasn't for the fact that Tyler Herro's coming off the bench, he'd be for MVP because the Heat are number 1 in the Eastern Conference.
They like to keep it on the rotation. Oh, dude, Tyler Herro, mine. All right.
And the best part about it is every time Tyler Herro has a bad night, he goes home and he fucks Katia and she straightens out his jump shot. He cannot go wrong. That man
he's obviously getting something right because he's listen, I'm waiting for playoff basketball because you know that's when the Heat are going to turn it up to the next level.
So but tell me,
Dallas Miami part 3 is coming. Trust me, Dallas Miami part 3 it's coming. Dallas about to take over.
If it happens, Mike will have called it before anyone.
Mike, if it happens, you're gonna be very sad in Dallas, bro. Not only
it doesn't matter. I don't be sad.
I don't care if we win.
He called it like 3 months ago. He's been calling it forever.
Oh, I know, but it doesn't matter if you call it. If they lose and you call it, you still lost.
We didn't say when.
I said Dallas and Miami in the finals. I've never predicted shit since then. I got to see how this plays out with Dinwiddie and the new jail that they got.
Oh, you guys had a Dinwiddie, right?
Yeah, but I will say this right now. I see the only problem we can pose to Miami, and it's a legitimate problem for every team that plays us right now, minus the fact that we have number 1 defense since January 1st. But we've only lost 8 games since January 1st. But we play 3 ball handlers at the end of the game. We got Jalen Brunson, Spencer Dinwiddie, and Luka out there, so they can't double Luka anymore. And it's changing the way people play. And right now, our clutch performance with 5 minutes to go with the game within 5 points, we're destroying it. But before we got Dinwiddie, we were terrible.
So basically, you guys got 3 guys with the ball in the fourth quarter, and we have 4.
Well, okay, that's fair. But no, we have 3 legitimate playmakers. What I'm saying is we have 3.
We have Bam. We got Kyle Lowry, Bam, Jimmy Butler, and Tyler Herro. You know,
no. Jimmy Butler's not a ball handler. He's a guy that can get his own shot. I'm talking about guys that can run the offense. They can't double Luka anymore, so Luka's getting crazy good looks right now. It's pretty awesome. It's fun to watch. You don't watch Mavericks basketball. You don't know what I'm talking about.
By the way, have you seen the fact that the Heat also brought back the All-Star called Victor Oladipo? They just happened to land.
Oh, I love the Heat. I've been saying the Heat are going to win the East for 3 months.
All right, look. We can save this for basketball day. We're talking about the Dolphins and free agents.
Yeah, I want to know for real, Big John. What do you think of free agency? Because no one's heard from you about it. I'm sure I haven't heard anything from you today.
What
do you think of how the Dolphins did today?
I've been calling you for 2 days, and the purple jacket is too tight to answer WhatsApp. So I don't know.
I know,
bro. Outside of the fact that we got a very good running back, outside of the fact that we re-signed Gesicki, re-signed Ogbah, and did we do anything outside of those 3 plus getting the quarterback? Have we done anything else, or just those 4?
Cedric Wilson picked up the wide receiver from Dallas, Cedric Wilson. I think he's going to be a good weapon. You're right. There hasn't been no blockbuster signings. I still have my eye on Juju Smith-Schuster, who didn't sign anywhere today.
That's Cedric Wilson kills the whole slot narrative because he is a slot. If
He plays outside.
Yeah, he
If
plays.
play
He's
outside.
six. He's
He can
6'3". He's 6'3". He's got good speed too.
isn't that
runs
the
a
man who
4.5.
isn't that the guy who played with Dallas?
Yes.
Yeah, he runs a 4.5.
Yes, he's
He's route
a
running
slot
and his
receiver.
separation, his yards of separation is intense.
They're going to use him he's a slot receiver. My question is, if you're signing him as a slot receiver, here's my question. What are you going to do?
Bro.
What are you going to do with Lynn Bowden?
Can fly.
That's what I want to know. I'm not taking shots at your jacket. I'm just saying it was on too tight for you to answer the phone. I'm not saying it was.
Oh, well, I was half naked earlier, so I was doing work. I've been putting ladders up.
I hope everybody in this channel and that's watching gets half naked eventually to take a shower. If you don't, then
I get fully naked when I'm in the shower. What you talking about?
I hope.
So, but
we don't have to ask that question about Mike because Mike gets naked on camera when he gets on.
Oh yeah. You can see him. The links underneath your face.
Hey, to give a rundown real quick on Cedric Wilson, since I don't want to just keep typing it in chat.
Is his yards after catch average.
So his yak is 254 total yards after catch and 5.6 per catch. Yards per reception in 2021 was 13.4, 12.5 in his career, and 10 yards per target. Just so everybody knows.
If you want to know,
he's
not a bad guy.
He's got some good separation, and he's also been used in other ways.
He can throw the ball. He's a gadget guy.
Yeah, he's a bit of a gadget guy as well, and he's been used on special teams. So
every time I've seen him, he was catching a bomb for a touchdown. That's every time I've seen him.
And every time, or in the middle of the field, juking fools across. He's got a quick, feet on him too, catching those slants. He's got some. He was underutilized. I'm surprised Dallas let him go, honestly.
Well, he was underutilized because he was like fifth on the depth chart. So, I mean,
they had Cooper, Gallup.
But now they got rid of Cooper. I anticipated they were going to keep him around.
Tight end.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't keep him because they just traded Cooper Kupp.
To me, the best signing of the day.
All fans wanted Cedric Wilson and Cooper. They didn't want Gallup.
To me, the running back was the best signing of the day. Chase Edmonds is a beast. He really is.
Oh yeah, that's what I said, dude. To me, it was Ogbah first because that was the biggest need. If he walked out the door, that was going to hurt us on defense. But the signing, Edmonds, bro, I'm right there with you, Big John. Go ahead.
That guy. I mean, at the end of the day, if you think about it, the fact that McDaniel went after him first after signing Ogbah over anything, and he coached against him in the NFC West 2 times a year for like the last 2 or 3 years. He's seen him. Obviously, he must have kept an eye on him, and the moment he saw him, he took him. So I think he fits the offense to a T. I always thought he was the better. I always thought out of him and James Conner, I always thought he was the better running back. They just used James Conner.
I thought he was the better weapon. I don't know about the running back.
Yeah,
the better weapon.
Yeah, because the thing is,
John, real quick to John's point, I thought the same thing. This is why I was talking up the Ernest Johnson because I assumed Arizona was going to shock Connor and lock up Edmonds.
I thought Edmonds was the guy they were going to keep.
So the only problem with Edmonds
Connor's
is he's
the one with all the tread on him.
Edmonds is going to top out around 12 to 15 touches a game. He's not a 3-down running back, but he's a weapon. And those 12 to 15 touches could turn into 150 yards and a touch-down.
He's also a cutback runner.
But he's not going to be your 20, 30 carries a game.
Well, in his offense, in this offense, you don't have a.
He's going to line up at wide receiver sometimes in this offense too.
Yeah, and it's the same with Cedric. I thought they were going to lock him up. He's the young blood. Why would they? You know what I mean? Like
Edmonds and Cedric Wilson are actual fingerprints of Mike McDaniel of what he wants to do to the offense. Both those guys are his fingerprints on the offense. And if you look at the money that was spent on them and the roles they're going to play, they're awesome signings. And this is why I like Chris Greer. He brought in what a guy wants fingerprints for an identity on offense.
No,
Lynn Bowden and Jalen Waddle, all these guys they're running.
That's my question, but that's my question now. Okay, you brought in Cedric and Lynn Bowden play the same position. So
no, I think the ideology is everyone plays the same position because everyone's playing all the positions.
Let me ask you a question now. What do you think about Will Fuller coming back now? Now I can see
the over the top guy.
I've been in agreement with you on that, Farmer John.
But I'm telling you guys now. I mean, if he talks to him and he wants to play, and you already lost all these top
Will Fuller has never been off the board for me. It's just, to me, Will Fuller's heart don't seem in it, and it cost us a lot of money to find out that he is more of the same. If they bring him in and it's like a $3 million deal, $4 million deal, and it's a flyer and it's in camp and they have a chance to get off of it before the start of the year, if they find out his heart still ain't in it, he shows up to camp, shows a willingness to work and be a part of the team, and it's for low money guaranteed, I'm game. But I ain't trying to sign him to $6, $7, $8 million. I ain't gonna be happy with that.
I don't even want to see Devontae Parker on the field. To me, put Devontae
Parker's being on this team. If anything, they're gonna re-sign him and
what about downscaling the deal they just gave to Bridgewater? So in other words, give Fuller like $4 million with up to $6 million after incentives.
So yeah, I like that.
I don't know. That's probably what I would see coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be incentive based. It would, but it's a 1 year.
You gotta be on the field.
Yeah,
exactly. But that would be the incentive. You get to 10 games, then you get another $1 million. You get to 15 games, you get another $1 million. You know?
And to Big John's point, Will Fuller was looking at 13, 14 million. That's what he was trying to get before he signed the 10-year, 1 year prove it with us.
Hey, give him $1 million for every game he plays over 12.
No way.
Guys,
or something stupid like that.
Y'all gotta I'm gonna go look for you, Isaac, but y'all have to keep your eye on Tyquan Thornton out of Baylor, late 3rd, early 4th round, wide receiver. And if you can go look up his tape color, his name is Tyquan Thornton. He's monster, guys. He's a guy that could be Will Fuller, but with the ball in his hand, he's more electric. I think he's got runaway speed.
I like a wide receiver that's going to fall probably to the 6th round because he tested so terrible. But the kid from Purdue, Davis or David Bell, he was projected to be like a mid-3rd, maybe 2nd rounder. Now he tested so bad at the combine. He's going to fall to the 5th or 6th round. I think he's going to be sitting there ripe for the picking, and his gameplay is pretty good. I would whatever, bro.
I would fall over out of my seat if the Dolphins take Ja Williams from Alabama at 29.
That he ain't gonna be there. He ain't gonna be there
with the torn ACL. Watch.
He ain't gonna be there. Every draft board has him going in the top 15.
Okay.
If he ain't gonna make it past, he's not gonna make it past the Patriots. Patriots are gonna take him if he falls to him.
It looks like we have 26.9 million left on the cap.
That's before. Well, first of all, they're gonna re-sign
everything today. That's after everything today.
They still have players to cut, and they still have players they need to re-sign on this team too.
I think we can get still 50 out of it.
I think
the number's still the same, we can get up to 50 million with what we have right now.
Well, they're trying to rework that
we're
deal.
Fine. Plus borrowing off of next year, we're fine. We could leverage like $80 more million if we wanted to.
We could leverage up to
if we wanted to, right? If we wanted to be as stupid as everybody else in the league, we could leverage like $80 million, right?
We definitely could. And
that's I'm being anecdotal, obviously. You know what I mean? But
there's reworking of contracts that are already on this team. Jerome Baker, Xavier Howard, which they're going to do anyhow. Yeah, they're probably going to front load Byron Jones. They could squeeze all of these guys. Probably they could get another 15 million easy.
That's why I'm really impressed with what we did today, because we basically got all these guys, preserved all of our picks, and still could leverage just about the amount of cap we started with today.
We spent 20 million. We spent 20 million on everybody.
What would you call that? I would call that flexible.
Yeah,
I would call that flexible, and that's
I'd
what
call
Chris
that
Greer
stellar. I'd call that the winning free agency on the first day.
This to me is why I like Chris Greer. It's not so. Listen, for so long, Dolphins fans, we're buying the big booming trade, the big booming free agent pickup. We're winning free agency, and it wins us not a playoff game.
We didn't waste on Armstead like everybody. We were on the brink of doing it, but we held back, which means we still have that leverage. I'm not saying we're not going to get Armstead. Just saying now we're in more of a better position.
Think he comes.
He might.
Sure,
Big John,
but what I'm saying is to do it today, to rush into it today would have been a knee jerk, and we probably would have got raked over the coals.
Exactly, Ali.
Here's a catch. Nobody. Well, I don't know if anybody's talking about it, but I was thinking about it earlier.
That's right. Ali makes a great point. We picked up 5 players for the amount for Christian Kirk, and you know what though? Jacksonville was going to do that because they got to, because no one wants to play in Jacksonville.
Can I?
Go ahead, John.
Big John.
Go ahead, John.
Yeah, go ahead. I want you to get to your point, and then I want to ask the question to caller.
The only reason why, in my opinion, that you haven't seen Armstead get taken up or being signed is because I think he was waiting to see if Deshaun Watson ended up in New Orleans. If he ended up in New Orleans, I could see him going to New Orleans with Deshaun Watson. Now, if Deshaun Watson goes to Carolina, to me, he comes to Miami. That's the way I've been seeing that I've been looking at it from the beginning. So to me, because that's still up in the air, and we most likely will find out tomorrow, if he goes to Carolina, where Deshaun Watson, if he goes, he's already a god over there.
CT said.
Not only would he come to Miami if Watson went to Carolina, but
Color and Chris and Big John and panel. I mean the comments. If Christian Kirk just got 21 million, Devontae Adams is about to get what, 35?
Oh yeah, I know. Devontae Adams wants to be the highest paid wide receiver.
But you give 21 to Kirk. Come on, he's gonna get paid out. He's gonna be the highest paid wide receiver in history.
That's what I think he wants, and in some ways, I think he kind of deserves it because he is the offense to their MVP quarterback. Without him, I don't think they're going to be able to build another guy unless, I don't know, I say that, but quarterbacks raise the level of wide receivers often. So the Jags may have been misguided with the way they did their money and all that, but I do want to say that they picked up Zay Jones as well to supplement Kirk.
I like him.
Trevor Lawrence is about to have a great season, whether they win it all or whether they
Mike
win.
Mike and I talked about this. Mike, or no, me, you, and Brandon were talking about it. That we expect to see Jacksonville go balls to the wall now, and they've got the best coach to do it too. This guy is known for turning around offenses. It's a perfect situation. I wish Doug Peterson.
He's going to be the most improved fantasy player in football.
Well, you know what they did during Trevor Lawrence's rookie year is they hung him out to dry and made him run a pro-style offense all year long. Same thing the Jets did. The Jets and the Jags are going to look completely different next year, guys. So beware. Hold it down for a second, boys. I'll be right back.
Yeah, definitely are going to look better. And as far as Doug Peterson goes, that's the thing about Doug Peterson. He's chomping at the bit to get in there and just go out. I mean, he's the coach's version of pick a guy and let it fly. Him and Harbaugh, they're like the coach's version of that. You got these guys, they're stars, they're professional athletes. Get them out there and let them do their thing. And this is the one thing that I do agree with the Flores detractors on. He was trying to play this, this real close to the vest type style. No, you got the guys for a reason. You know what I mean? You let them get out there and be what they're going to be. You know what I mean? That way we as fans can make real evaluations on them. Tua gets out there and he just can be what he can, and he's just left to his own vices. Who knows what we would have got?
Level 2 Noob says Jacksonville did this last year too. They're going to go from 3 wins to 5. And then
sure, but they're going to be lighting up the scoreboard doing it. You know what I mean?
And then they got Josh Allen, that defensive end they got. He's a stud. And it is Josh Allen. But Filthy Cat, he brings up a good point. He says our offense is going to be so much better. And I think that's what I'm excited about, because I don't care who is better. I think we're going to have fun. I said this months ago. I want to have fun watching my team again. And with the weapons we're picking up and the ones we brought back, I think it's going to be really fun to watch Miami Dolphins offense again.
Yeah, Mike, I would say without quarterback, even as big a Tua detractor as I am, all things equal with what we've done, we should expect at least 7 to 14 more points a ball game. That's just all there is to it.
Oh, if we're not doing that, then Mike McDaniel, I was wrong about him.
Yeah, exactly. Or Tua is just that bad. I mean, at which point do we have to just call, it can't be everybody in the world besides him. You see what I'm saying?
Yep. Ali, I think it depends on he asked, do we think we're gonna go after another running back or draft one? I think they may draft one late. Mike McDaniel was on record saying they're not taking one early.
I'm thinking Algiers.
I think next year next year there's 4. I think 4 at this point in my mind are generational talents at running back. This year, I think if you can re-sign Lindsey, you got Chase Edmonds, Jared Dokes. I like that. So I think that's a running back by committee that is very versatile. So I think that's good. And they're all 3 really good pass blockers. So I don't know I don't necessarily want to get another running back, a big name running back. I'm not sure I want to draft one in the first 3 rounds. I'd like a day 3 running back. I really want them. I hope that I'm not the only one that understands next year is the year to take a running back. This year is all about wide receiver and defense.
Well,
I think they got to go get middle linebackers.
We have to make up for the touchdown that our defense scores every week too. That might go away.
Miss Finn said, breaking news, Pro Bowl defensive end Frank Clark reworked his contract to stay in Kansas City. New deal is 2 years, $29 million with upside to 36.
Smart move.
Yeah, it's a good move. Chandler Jones is the interesting one I'm keeping my eye on. Now that we signed Ogbah, I'm more.
Has he not been happy or something? It seems like he went quiet for a little while.
Honey Badger's not getting a deal from Kansas City, expected to walk. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, bring him as a rover, but he's going to ask for a ton of money because of who he is. He's been the Honey Badger since LSU. But I definitely think next year is the year to go after a top flight running back. I don't want to see them do it this year. I think that's a waste. I don't think there's generational talent. I like Kenneth Walker. I like Spiller. I like some of these running backs, but they don't jump off the page as a guy that could be a top 10 running back. I just don't see it.
Hall's mighty good though, bro.
I like Breece Hall too, but he has to go the right.
You say that man is the closest thing to generational talent I've seen outside of Spiller, bro.
In this draft, I agree with you.
Who'd you say they're? Who'd you say they're, Big John?
He's one of like 8 players that got the 99 rating from the combine in like the last 10 years. Breece Hall. So I'm not disagreeing. He could be great, but I see him more a product of the system he goes to.
Is JP talking about Chandler Jones? I think he's answering my question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Filthy. He might be, but he still doesn't.
Alexander,
even Breece Hall doesn't jump off the page.
Quit projecting the narrative and we won't start it because nobody's said anything like that yet.
Yeah, I came on here and I
have that debate, but nobody's even called for that debate yet. So quit projecting, buddy, or you're going to start the debate.
I think they were talking about it on TD show, and he came over here.
Oh, right. Well, yeah, I guess they were dabbling in it.
Yeah, he's here. Drew Bertrand's here. TD must have shut off.
Alexander, I'll say this: if any 2 people are going to debate whether Bridgewater is better than Tua, then they would have to decide right at the start of the debate whether accomplishment and proven track record is part of what makes a person a good quarterback. If they decide that, yes, that is a factor, then Teddy Bridgewater is, in fact, a better quarterback than Tua Tagovailoa. If they
Drew
decide
Broussard said
not,
TD kicked him
then
out.
you could argue about intangibles and say maybe Tua is better, maybe Bridge. That's an argument. But if the two people agree that accomplishments are on the table, then you can't argue it, man. He's been to the playoffs. He was on the brink of a Super Bowl. If we didn't have a ball doink off of a goalpost.
Big John, did you hear my take on Teddy? 2 gloves?
No.
I think he's the perfect quarterback. I don't know if you saw the show a couple months ago when I guess it was a month ago now. I said I wanted a quarterback that could challenge Tua but not be a threat to Tua, that the fan base wouldn't be calling for him to start.
Even if they put him in an open competition, Teddy Bridgewater doesn't beat Tua.
Well,
I'm
that's
not
what I'm
worried
getting at.
about
But
Teddy
that's what I'm getting at.
Right.
He's
And John,
borderline-
that's what I'm talking about. That's
borderline.
arguable. And I'm not going to have
He's
that debate. But
borderline. I don't
Island
think
makes a
he's-
good point. Tua has a better ceiling. And I would agree with that.
Mhm.
You know, because I think Tannehill has a higher ceiling than Bridgewater. So,
I'm
you know
back,
what I mean?
boys.
Yeah.
I
I just think Teddy can teach him the game. He's been under
Teddy
Sean
has a
Payton,
decent ceiling, but he's reached it. You know what I mean?
And Teddy's got limitation for
Bridgewater.
sure. Teddy's got limitation for sure. The upside alone goes on the side of Tua. Plus, he's been picked at the 5th overall. So he's going to get every opportunity to fail.
Right. Now, that's not to say that if we're all right about Tua and he fails,
and one more thing.
Bridgewater couldn't beat him out. That's not to say that.
And one more thing.
It always has been.
And one more thing. For those who say Tua can't throw a deep ball, Tua has a stronger arm than Teddy Bridgewater, by the way, people.
Oh, no,
just
I agree with you there. I agree with you there.
I'm just throwing it out there, people.
I agree with that too. But again, Big John, it comes down to the same thing I keep saying. It's all up to Tua. It always has been. If Tua performs, Tua is far better than Teddy Bridgewater. If Tua doesn't perform, he doesn't belong in the league. That's the spectrum that Tua is on. That's like his streakiness, if you want to call it that.
My expectations, Tua will be a top 12 quarterback this season. Period.
Bro, if Tua's a top 12 quarterback this year in the metrics of passing and QBR, if he's top 12 in yards and QBR, with the run game alone, we doing good. I'll be excited. Because
I don't see how he wouldn't. He put up the yards he put up with no receivers and no offensive line. And
the offensive line is not leaving. We're gonna have the same offensive line, so you can't say no offensive line.
Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind,
bro? I am telling you right now.
No, we literally do. Jesse Davis is literally still a Miami Dolphin.
Everybody's still on the team. I expect I expect only one more offensive lineman to be on the starting 5 next year. I expect one.
I expect 2.
I expect one.
I'm with John on that, Chris. I think we're going to get 2, whether it be a rookie or
I still think we're going to get 2. I'm saying starting offensive line, there's only going to be one new guy on that starting offensive line. Dieter will still be the center. And Austin Jackson's still going to be up there.
I think
Hunt's still going to be up there.
I think we're going to get the guy from the Rams at center, and we're going to get Collins at right.
Rams center just re-signed. They re-signed him to 3 more years. He ain't going nowhere. So Jensen's re-signed. The Rams center re-signed. Morgan Moses is the guy I'm looking at, John. You right up in there, brother. It's Morgan Moses for me, because he solidifies the right side, which is most important for our left-handed quarterback. And it keeps Robert Hunt at guard, which I still believe is the best position for him now in this scheme, because he's a road grader up there. And with them in the outside blocking zone, he's going to just eat up people. He's going to eat fools up getting sideline to sideline the way it is. So, plus in passing downs, obvious passing downs for a shorter quarterback, that I'll give Tua this. His pocket presence is pretty decent, and when he gets his mechanics and he's in that groove, he does pretty decent at it.
Tua has a lead pocket presence. That's what I can say about him right now.
He's pretty good, but having your guards solidified as your main guys is most important. I would like Morgan Moses because I would like to see I think Eichenberg, everyone wants him to be a right tackle, but he seemed like he played pretty good on the left side. I'd like him to get some more time there. I think Eichenberg with 10 more pounds, and a little bit of junk in the trunk, I think he won't get pushed around as much. And again, there's going to be a sixth offensive lineman on the field a lot of times, if not a tight end and a sixth offensive lineman. That's what this scheme dictates. They want to stack the side of the line either with a sixth offensive lineman or a tight end. Sometimes they'll step a man back to get an offset, so they make you look at it from a defensive side. This is what it does. You got to look at it from the defensive end, and the defense goes, okay, here's the strong side, here's the weak side. So then you put them in formation. You immediately make two sides of the field. And then you start dictating matchups. Then you try to see if you could put them in zone or if you can see if they're going to stick with man. You move guys around. You try to get motion to happen once the plays are moving enough. Once someone gets keyed in on, say it's Jalen Waddle for argument's sake, they're keying in on him. Now you put Jalen Waddle in motion and you try to see if the guy that stays in motion passes him off. Now you know that they're not in man. So then you see if you can get them in single safety formation, and now they're in zone. You start picking apart the parts of the zone. And Tua's smart enough to notice these things, but are they gonna be? It's a lot for everyone to learn. It puts all the onus on the offensive line. And to me, it's not about signing a big name guy. It's about signing 2, maybe 3 guys. But I don't think 3 because I got a lot of young guys on this team. It's going to be 2 guys. Both are going to be young, and they're not going to be big name guys. That's why I like Morgan Moses. To me, would be the perfect signing. Perfect signing, Morgan Moses. He's still young, right tackle, and I feel like in that offense, because they ran a lot of, they did a pro style offense in the Jets. They did a lot of pro style. Which to me, I think he does better in his own blocking. So Morgan Moses for me. So I'm going to drop the link if anybody wants to hop in here. So if you guys want to hop on and get in on the festivities.
Check this out, Big John. Look at this mashup. I think you'll appreciate this. I don't think you've been around since I did it.
Hold on.
Bro. I got these 2 pictures. I mean, I'm going to open up both the pictures so you can see why I did it. Hold on a second.
And
let me blow Mac back up. Hold on.
In the meantime, I'm going to bring in Teddy for quarterback number 1 and Drubatron.
So, Big John, look at these 2 dudes' bodies, bro. They are literally spitting images of each other.
They both look like the 70s.
I don't say nothing in a vacuum, Big John. You know what I mean? When I say Hollins is Crash 2.0, he's Crash 2.0, man.
That's Jim Jensen, right?
JP.
Yeah, that's
Christo,
Crash Jensen.
Lakers all day. Boys are getting in. What's happening,
Unbelievable.
fellas?
It's just unbelievable.
That's
I can
right,
put the
John
guy's
Arch
upper
and Crash.
torso on him and up to his helmet or up to his, neck or even top of his shoulder pads, and it's like the same guy still. But now he's wearing number 11.
Hollins just got that man beat with the hair, bro. There's no.
I know. No doubt.
Yeah,
No doubt.
You know what though?
That guy's got the amount of hair at the top of
mustache.
his head that Drubatron's got on the bottom of his chin.
Yep.
Drubatron got the beard game.
In reverse.
I just saw you, man.
He's hoping Mac notices him in public, and he's like, "Hey, yo, where'd you get that awesome beard?"
Hey, yo.
And Drew will be like,
"What's up, brother?
That awesome head of hair."
What's going on?
How's it going, defense? Yo, where'd you get that awesome?
Hey, we're getting some feedback. Is that from you,
Hey,
defense?
yo. Drew will be like,
What's up, bro?
Yeah, it's from you, defense. You got some feedback on your mic, brother.
Yeah, I might have to close the other app.
Yeah, you might have to close and hop back in.
No, he might have to mute the window. Like he was looking at the
mute the main stream.
Yeah, he has to mute the main screen because he's on
Gotcha. But so now that this is the tailgate party in effect, how's everybody feeling about the free agent signing? Because to me, it's right on par with what Chris Greer is going to be doing around here. It's more of the same, and I think it was good.
I think he needs to mute the other window because he's got
the live stream, the main YouTube window where you're watching the main stream. Mute the volume on that.
I don't think he knows you're talking to him.
Yeah, he does. He's listening.
Okay. Sure.
It's the equivalent of turn the radio down if you're on the phone with the radio show.
That's what I do when I'm talking to my baby mom. I just mute the phone. Just hang up.
Just put it down.
Yeah. Did you hear me?
Yes.
Thanks. I'll hang up and listen.
Yeah.
So, is there
I'm feeling pretty lukewarm about today, to be honest. I'm feeling average.
Lukewarm.
I feel like I feel like after today we didn't improve as a team.
We didn't falter.
I agree, Drew. I mean, I feel
Correct.
what you're feeling, but it's like, you feel great about the day if other things were there.
Sure. If we had
I must admit, I enjoyed the Cedric Wilson. That's who I wanted. That's the only one I'm happy about is Cedric Wilson. That's who I wanted. He was number one on my list for
Crypto. The Cedric Wilson, I feel like is a fingerprint exactly from what Mike McDaniel wants. But for me, it was the Chase Edmonds, bro. That's the one that I think is the most important because I think Mike McDaniels is looking at him and licking his chops, thinking I'm going to use this guy all over the field.
He's seen him enough to know. I mean,
that's right.
That's what I think. I think
John made that. Matt made that correlation.
Okay, then I won't steal that from him. He's seen him enough.
I want to throw this out there about Cedric Wilson.
I said it. You can't steal it. You can borrow it.
Yeah, you can elaborate.
I'm going to borrow it.
I'm going to throw this out there about Cedric Wilson. You look at his numbers versus Christian Kirk's. Put them up in a microscope against one another. Christian Kirk was a number 2, number 3 in Arizona. Cedric Wilson was a number 4. They're pretty damn identical. Cedric Wilson got $23 million, still under that. Christian Kirk got 84. I'll take that deal all day, every day.
12 3/4 guaranteed. Yeah. It's a good deal. 12 3/4 guaranteed.
It's a steal. And as for Teddy Bridgewater, I'm going to say this right now, and this may piss some Tua fans off, but whatever. Here's the bottom line, and I know before I say this, I realize I'm not an imbecile. I know there's a difference between a number 5 overall pick and a second rounder. Okay. But does this not mirror the same shit that went on in Denver with Drew Lock? They brought Teddy Bridgewater in to push Drew Lock, and Drew Lock didn't take the next step, and guess what happened? Drew Lock's gone. They went out and they got Russell Wilson. They gave up a treasure trove of shit to get somebody else. This is the same thing going on. I don't think Teddy Bridgewater is coming in to start. I don't think he's going to start. I think, like I said on Batman feed earlier today, I think Teddy Bridgewater is only going to start if Tua gets hurt. But I just think this is Drew Lock 101. I thought they intended on Drew Lock starting, and he didn't make that step, and he's gone now.
Hey, JP, I feel like Teddy Bridgewater is going to take his job, man. He's not coming in here to be a backup, man. He's going to come in here to be a starter.
Well, Lakers all day. I'm pretty sure Teddy's looking at it in that aspect because he's a competitor. The team, on the other hand, I think they have full intention, even if it was slightly better operation from Teddy, they're gonna go with Tua because that's just they can't.
You talking about the players or what you talking about?
I'm talking about the organization.
I respect your opinion, Lakers, completely. If Teddy Bridgewater takes Tua's job, my daughter should drive my car.
Well, first of all, Teddy Bridgewater takes Tua's job. Tua ain't worth the locker space he takes up.
That's what I'm saying. That's like my daughter driving my car. It's not gonna happen.
Defense for life, my brother. Thanks for hopping in. Seems like you got yourself settled in. We were talking earlier on TD stream. What do you feel about Teddy Bridgewater as far as the signing? Because I have a theory on it as well, but go ahead.
I don't think they should have signed him. They shouldn't have signed him. You're talking about a hometown Miami superstar that you've brought back to Miami, and if he's shows any signs of he can compete with Tua, we got a problem on our hands. Not just in the locker room, but in the Miami fan base.
See, Kohler, we were talking about a borderline threat.
It's nothing against Tua, but you're putting him in the wrong. You putting undue pressure on him with this signing. I just think they shouldn't have signed Teddy Bridgewater. They should have found another quarterback. But that's just from my my years of experience. So
listen, I've always been an advocate for letting Tua play, but you know what? At the end of the day, competition brings out the best in you. If you're the better quarterback, you shouldn't have an issue with who the hell they bring in. I don't give a damn who brings us a better.
Thank you, Big John. Thank you, Big John.
Big John. That's a fact.
But
Big John.
yeah, but see, the thing is, why I'm saying this, they are trying to keep Tua. It's not like everybody knows that there's better quarterbacks out there than Tua.
Yeah, marketing wise, you're right, defense. Marketing wise, they're trying to get Tua.
They can't have
on the field.
You're forgetting. You're right, but you're forgetting one thing, defense. You're forgetting one thing, defense. On the field wise, Tua needs about two is good. I'm saying on the field wise, to be a playoff quarterback, just from my experience, that he's about 2 years away. And for us to give him that time, we don't need to have a Teddy Bridgewater behind him. But what you're not understanding is, at the end of the day, McDaniel is not tied to Tua. McDaniel was a Chris Greer pick before McDaniel got here. So either Tua plays and gets his shit together and does what I expect him to do, or they're going to go in another direction. I've wanted Tua to be the quarterback more than anybody on this panel. But at the end of the day, either you put up or you shut up.
You know what, Big John, it makes me feel good to hear you, because, John, I know you feel this way, and I know you've always kind of crowed for Tua in some ways, but I know you're a Dolphins fan, and you're ready for competition as well. But, defense, I do hear what you're saying, because in Miami, all offseason for years now, Teddy Bridgewater gets all the wide receivers, and they do quarterback throwing drills and run. I mean, every player in the NFL that is 29 or 24, or even in their 30s, all these guys all do in Miami every year, and they catch passes from Teddy Bridgewater.
Can I say one thing? I'll be right back. Let me say one thing. Look, defense, very simple. I'm tired of everybody saying that they gave Tua the job when they bench Fitz. I want Tua to earn the job so they can't say shit. That's what I want.
Bingo.
I'm game
or
for that,
we can say shit, one or the other, but at least it's real, model. One or the other.
But Color, that's not the NFL's model. The NFL model is when you draft a quarterback and you have him slated to be your franchise quarterback, you don't bring in competition. That's not the NFL model.
And I agree with you, defense, except for the example of Arizona. You know, that's the only other one. Other than that, I agree with you.
I think you should have competition. You have competition on all other positions. Why you can't have competition at the quarterback position? But that's just not the NFL's model. You have competition at quarterback in college, but once you get to the NFL, once they deem you the franchise quarterback, they try to help usher you in to that position.
That's the slipperiest. That is the slipperiest slope.
Well, real quick, I just have a question for defense. Are you would you be in favor of it and are happy that a team like Arizona, a franchise like Arizona, tried to break that mold with how they handled Rosen?
I lost you, Color.
You guys got me still?
Yeah.
How about now? Okay, so what I was asking was, are you in favor of and or happy with a franchise like Arizona trying to break the mold like they did with how they handle Rosen?
Yes.
That was
yes.
Fair
once
enough.
you see your man, once you see the person that's not the man, you got to move on.
Right.
Because
I'm in agreement with you on that, but I do agree that you're right about the paradigm of the NFL being the way it is.
That you have to face every morning in your first meeting. You have 53 other players you have to face up to, and if they know a person is not the man, they don't want to see that person getting the starting nod or being on the first team offense or defense. They don't see that.
Well,
Right.
you know what and this is something that to me, Teddy's not gonna win the job because at this point, and I agree with you.
In theory,
defense,
you have to put that caveat on there. In theory,
he's not. They're not going to allow him to win the jobs in a optics alone because if they get Teddy in here and Teddy and Tua are throwing footballs and they're like, we're in deep trouble. If the coaching staff gets their eyes on it and they're running the plays and they think they're in deep trouble, they're gonna do the smart thing and they're gonna try to move off Tua and show that hey, everything's doing great. The PR game will move towards backup plan Teddy Bridgewater, run out of season, load up again. We have 2 first-round draft picks. Maybe we can move Tua for a first-rounder next year, and all of a sudden we got 3 first-rounders next year and first-rounders in the future to move up in the draft next year off of Tua right out of a season with Teddy Bridgewater. And I also think
Teddy
that, and I haven't said this yet, but I also think that Teddy Bridgewater might be a fail-safe if they make a run at Watson, and beforehand doing that, they trade away Tua to Carolina for draft capital to package
Seattle.
together. To
Seattle.
package
I'm
together.
making a case for
Seattle, Carolina. Another good one is Cleveland. Cleveland could afford to go. I'm just saying they have him set aside as a backup plan so they can still maintain leverage that I got a starting quarterback. I got all this draft capital. I'll do whatever I please. You can't pigeonhole me for the Deshaun Watson deal. So until Deshaun Watson goes to another team, the Dolphins are in play. Until the Dolphins have negative $40 million in cap space from signing people, they're in play. Because not for nothing, but 2 players are going in the trade, and it's going to be 2 players that are worth a lot of money.
Can I say something real quick before you respond to that defense? I just want to point out to everybody because we all know what I like to bring to the table. This is my quick case for Seattle. Tua fits the mold of what Pete Carroll is trying to do, fits the mold of what they had there for the last last decade or whatever. And don't forget, people, and you might think this is anecdotal, but it's very important as far as our Hawaiian friends that are in the chat, okay, and how they always tell me how important family is and all that.
Nobody cares more about family than El Capitan.
To their culture and all that and everything.
Family.
Where do most people fly out of to go to Hawaii?
Seattle.
Because it's the most convenient place to fly out of to go to Hawaii. And
Did you guys see the video? Did you guys see the video?
I thought it was Seattle, JP.
Did you guys see the video of Tua after he heard about the Teddy Bridgewater signing?
No,
I see the video of Tua.
Most prominent. You're right.
You didn't see the video?
There's no open QB spot in LA.
Show us the video, El Capitan.
The video of Tua hearing about it. Hold on here. No, he doesn't look very confident. I think he feels that Teddy Bridgewater's bearing down on him, bro.
Okay, real quick, geographically speaking, fair enough. It's LA, but there's no open quarterback spot in LA.
No, you're right. The two biggest airport hubs that they fly out of to go to Hawaii are LAX and Seattle. You're right. There's no,
So,
go
ahead, Mike.
If we were to trade Tua, the more likely destination would be Seattle.
Go ahead, Mike.
So El Capitan must have been in my text because as soon as I was texting EM earlier today, as soon as he texted me about Teddy, I said Teddy might not be much of a backup to Tua, but could be a backup to somebody else. And so I think it's crazy that you brought up that perspective, because that's the first thought I had when I saw we signed Teddy. I was like, well, this guy is a borderline guy that could threaten Tua's job.
He'll hold down the fort for a year.
But I don't see him being a backup to Tua. I see him being a backup to somebody else. But that's where I just don't think I'm still like I've had to like put my heart in a safe and realize that Tua is most likely the quarterback. And I don't have any hope for Watson at this point. But when they signed Bridgewater, that was my first thought was he's not really a backup to Tua.
The smart thing to do is to sign somebody as your backup who fits the archetype of the quarterback you have. You don't.
Teddy Bridgewater is the everyman of quarterbacks,
with Jacoby. And like I told Chris, I'm not saying Jacoby is great or would have been way better. I'm just saying that if Jacoby was backing up somebody in a system that was similar to himself, we wouldn't have seen such the failure
in
our backup quarterback, having to switch entire schemes on our offensive line and everything else.
Yeah, but I see Teddy as a scheme fit still anyhow. But Teddy Bridgewater,
and that was
Teddy
Bridgewater's
an everyman quarterback. He's 29 years old. He's played for Peyton. He's played for a lot of people, man. Teddy Bridgewater's pretty good. We all know what he is. It's not like he's going out there and dropping dimes on fools. But
who's he more likely to play second fiddle to? A guy like Tua or a guy like?
I think if you ask Teddy, he don't play second fiddle to nobody.
But that's my point. It would have to be top 5. It would have.
Doesn't
to be
he have a playoff win under his belt?
He does.
Yep.
That's what I thought. So yeah, we have one quarterback on the roster with a playoff win, so we should be encouraged.
Yeah, actually pretty much beat Seattle when on a Super Bowl run, except for a kicker couldn't kick a 21-yard field goal.
Yep.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
we should be good for him as a backup.
By the way, Paul Holland, we're not saying to do it. We're saying that if these scenarios were realities, this is the way this would go. That's all we're saying. We're not saying we're not calling for all of this.
Paul, what I'm saying is ain't nothing certain with Chris Greer as your GM because he don't let nobody know nothing. That's why I like him as a GM. Everyone thinks they knows what's going on. It's only because he wants you to think that. This guy's a real GM.
The
He's
NFL,
smart.
which means nobody fucking likes what the GM does.
Yeah, Chris, I want to bring something up. Something that hasn't been brought up. So there's a couple weird things, and I don't want to beat the Watson dead horse thing, but there's a couple things that bother me a little bit. And one of them being that every tweet that we've seen and every report that we've heard, we're saying that Watson is meeting with the Saints, Carolina, and other teams. Why are they keep saying
including other teams?
Why do they keep saying other teams?
Why do they keep going with this game? Exactly, Juventon. Good point.
Why not just say who the other teams?
Just say who the other teams are.
They say that they denied the Colts, right? They and then Watson's team did deny that he didn't want to go to the Bucks and he didn't want to go to whoever. They haven't said. I could say bad words here, right? They haven't said shit.
I'm gonna give you.
That's why Tom Brady came back out of retirement because he denied the Bucks emphatically.
I'm gonna give you a reason. As weird as that sounds, the reason why they keep giving you those two teams is because those two are the front runner. Now imagine if you're a team in the NFL outside of the Dolphins who shut the door and certain teams who have a top 5 quarterback, that would leave like 20 other teams that could literally land this man as an upgrade. Okay. Now, are you gonna literally you're gonna literally list every team in the NFL in alphabetical order? Saints,
absolutely.
Carolina, down the list, like every team in the man. We'll just put every team.
Here's video of Deshaun Watson kicking open the Dolphins' door as announced by Drew Bridgewater.
I am the keymaster.
I am the gatekeeper.
That's it. Came right in there, boys.
Listen to this report. Listen to this report, and tell me what you think. I'm told Deshaun Watson is set to meet with the Saints and Panthers in Houston through Monday evening. And I'm also told Watson is currently planning to meet with, and this word is in quotes, more teams tomorrow.
Can I say something
Why
on
don't they
that,
just
please?
say who the more teams is?
Can I say something on that?
You won't be
I'm going to tell you why. It's
clicking
because
on
it's Miami. God darn it.
Can I say
All
something
right?
on that? Chris has been saying for a long time.
Right, they're keeping it a secret, Patron.
Chris has been saying for a long time that very thing. Oh, go ahead, man. I forgot.
The Dolphins are the only team with an offer on the table.
They already have the offer on the table.
Team on with an offer on the table.
Yeah. Okay. Here, hold on. I got it back real quick. I got it back. So Chris has been saying for a long time that the night of the trade deadline, that the Texans GM ended up turning around and strong arming us with a crazy deal that nobody in their right mind would take.
Right.
Okay?
Moving goalposts.
And that's, that if we were to lend credence to that theory, then it's obvious that the Dolphins probably laughed in their face and said, yeah, hold my beer. Let's find out. And so now we missed the deadline. Everything got squashed. We came up with a reason to tell everybody it was off the table. Okay. And then now we're at a point where, oh yeah, everything's cleared and we want to go back to the table with Miami, but we are embarrassed now because we know that we can't get what we tried to strong arm them with. We need to find out just what we can get.
Just so like the Dolphins
let's go and talk
Emmanuel
to blah, blah, blah,
Ogbah,
yakety smackety. Let's accept a couple
deals
just to see where the litmus is, to see what we can rake Miami over the coals for. Because honestly, being the only team in position to logically, responsibly do something like this, if any team could, it would be the biggest blunder in sports history if we didn't do it. I'm sorry. If a team that has a negative salary cap signs Deshaun Watson, we're just dumb. I'm sorry.
What team is that?
That's true.
Because the Saints
that would be the Saints and
the Saints.
First of all, both those teams that are in the race, the Saints and Carolina, Dolphins have more capital and money and everything than both.
It was already said today that the Saints could fit Deshaun Watson in their salary cap with no problem. I don't know what
that's BS.
That's right, and they had that much cap hell. They're negative
it's not a problem today.
And then who have who on the roster?
Tua is our quarterback, guys. Tua is our quarterback.
No, he is.
It's gonna be Tua,
and so is Jacoby Brissett and potentially Watson.
Tua is the quarterback.
I just seen the door kicked in.
In the infamous words of Chris Greer,
magically,
I think the door is closed, and Tua is the quarterback for now.
Like this is something that everybody talks about in the news, media, all that about other teams all day long, every season. I don't know why it's such taboo for us to be talking about it.
Oh, I just think Tua is our quarterback. I just don't believe Watson. I don't believe Miami's going to do something for the fans like this. It never happens, so my hopes are gone. It's Tua.
No, Mike. They're basically saying Deshaun Watson is
if
crap.
It doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
Tua is a better quarterback.
Tua, let's go.
That is effective.
Why is it taboo to talk about it?
I've been saying we're the Barnum and Bailey circus for like 3 months, and it's just proven more true.
I can't wait for this guy to end up on a team.
The reason we're the laughing stock of the league is not because we have a bad team.
We have to face it.
We sit here and argue over matters like this.
Yeah, we have to face it. Effectively, they're saying Deshaun Watson is not a better quarterback than Tua.
They don't want to talk about.
We have to express it, and people who's behind that theory need to come out and say it and admit it. Deshaun Watson is crap, and Tua is a better quarterback. Just say it. Get it out there. It's not hard. Jesus Christ.
And that is fine if that's what you believe.
Right. That's what they need to say.
Family.
Right. It's fine to say that.
Well,
it's okay to have that opinion, fellas.
They're mad.
If anybody thinks that
again, guys, crazy. The narrative was that Tua could have been a lot better, but he was held back, and there was a lot of offensive woes. Not a good running game, offensive line problems. We had a mixture of offensive coordination. kid's been injured. There's a lot of excuses.
Not a mixture. Three different offensive coordinators, and at the end of the day, they all suck.
I agree with you, but the one that I worry about is that Flores purposely didn't want that. But there is video of Flores being mean to Tua, and it has been released, and we do have it here exclusively.
What did you say?
Oh my!
You need a water break. You need a water break. Water is for cowards. Water makes you weak. Water is for washing blood off that uniform, and you don't get no blood on my uniform. Boy, you must be outside your mind.
And with that, he wasn't very nice. It's hot there, so maybe. But Tony, I see you got.
Did Florida just call to a week?
He did. He said, and you get nobody gets water in South Florida.
And he took his chalky milk.
He took his chalky milk.
Oh Jesus!
Anthony, what's going on?
Somebody said he don't want Watson in the building. Boy, you must be out your mind.
You must be outside your mind. Go ahead, Tony.
For me, John seemed like he's the rational out of every Tua fan, out of the Tua fans. To be honest, the irrational ones think that Watson is trash compared to him, are delusional. They must be smoking something.
Watson
really
only
good
won 4 games, though, Tony. He
Four
only won
games.
4 games, Tony.
Was a
4 games.
Flash in the pan. Commenters, Pickett sucks.
Pickett? Oh
Pickett.
yeah, no. Yeah.
Stick it for Pickett.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, we signed.
Hey, Chris,
Let's talk about
the producer of the show has arrived in chat. CB, go ahead and put up every one of his comments from now on.
Let's
for the rest of the night, make sure you put up every one of his comments.
That's because the Steelers just signed Mitch Trubisky. They're not in for Watson anymore. They just signed Mitchell Trubisky.
Pittsburgh said they were out
Trubisky,
like
exactly. Trubisky's a better quarterback than Watson's.
Hey,
Steelers made that easy decision.
Hey, CB, how's your feelings on whether you think you're going to be able to collect on that $100 now that we signed Teddy Bridgewater?
Yeah, CB. What now? Don't you know we got the Bridgewater goat? He gets on the bridge. He goes over water.
Real quick.
I know he's just going to say he don't care because Bridgewater
sucks.
Do
we get any money if we sign a massage therapist?
First of all, we have a whole fleet of massage therapists on retirement. Ain't you ever been to Miami? Go to any strip mall. They everywhere, dog. Go play.
So maybe Ross can bring Ross can bring Bob Kraft down and he can give him some tips. For
JP, Ross has a whole separate yacht full of massage therapists. Ask Crypto. We've been on it. We were there a couple weeks back partying. Crypto, where do you think I got this hat?
With Tom Brady. Were you with Tom Brady on the
cheetahs?
Hey guys, I got a panel question. I got a question for the panel. Tony, I want you to start since you still haven't got a whole lot of out yet. But I want to know your favorite signing from today, why they're your favorite, and what was your disappointment from today, if there is any. Tony, you go first.
Honestly, my favorite is Cedric Wilson, to be honest, because here's why. We need a second. He's a younger and better version of Devontae Parker. Honestly, without the injuries, he couldn't get. I don't know how the Cowboys had that guy sitting on the bench. Honestly, explain that to me. You're in that area. Can you explain that to me?
Well, bro, that wide receiver room had Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, Cedric Wilson, Noah Brown. They had 8 wide receivers.
Please.
Yeah, I'll let you go second, Big John. But they had
Gary. I kind of agree with Gary. There's a lot of 6'1", 6'2" wide receivers. I was thinking more 6 foot wide receivers running super fast all over the joint. But
he's talking about
ahead,
Mike.
Yeah, and for me,
they were.
The worst one, I understand why people like them, but the running back, to be honest, we basically had the same running backs on the roster. It doesn't make sense to sign the exact same running back. To be honest.
Boo, Anthony. Take Anthony.
I like that, Tony. Go ahead, Farmer Corn.
All right, first of all, Tony, you're out of your fucking mind because Chase Edmonds was the best signing of the entire fucking day. Now, that's one. And 2, Tony, just so you know, anybody in the NFL, my daughter is a better receiver than Devontae Parker, okay?
Man, absolutely. John, you're getting no argument from me on that one.
Me and
Bro,
Crypto are on the
we need to
field
put
more
number
than
11
Devontae
on your
Parker,
daughter
okay?
and call her Trash 3.0.
All right?
Yeah, there
You
you
already
go.
sacked Jesse Davis. Now she's gonna catch a touchdown pass from Tua. Okay, I don't want to hear about Devontae Parker anymore.
Boo, Jesse Davis. Boo.
All
There
right.
you
I'm
go.
wondering why the scouts
Jesse
have
Davis.
not approached you about your daughter yet.
At this
Big John.
point, Robert Hunt is a better
you
option
can get
at wide
all three
receiver
running
than
backs that
Devontae
we have
Parker.
right
Yeah,
now.
listen,
At this point, Mike Hunt is a better receiver than Devontae Parker.
You can grab
Robert Hunt is a better option.
Hold on. You can grab Gaskin. You can grab Ahmed. You can grab Phillip.
Gary, I agree.
Together, okay? And Chase Edmonds is still better than all three of them combined. It is what it
No,
is.
but
fire.
No,
Chase
I'm not
Edmonds
saying
fire.
they're better than him. I'm saying they're the same style running back.
Yeah, but Chase Edmonds is bigger and better. Chase Edmonds bigger because he's like 210 pounds. So, and he's what, 5'9", 210. He's like a juggernaut, and he's young. So,
and he's fast.
And he's fast. He got hands. He got hands.
Defense, what about you, bro? What was your favorite?
Well, at least he's not 210 and 590.
And then your disappointment.
My favorite free agent sign. Well, I would list two. That was Ogbah and I would say Cedric Wilson, the wide receiver. He's gonna be a surprise next year if once we get the offense to jail and everything. I would say my biggest disappointment was hanging on to Gesicki because he can't block.
Okay, fair enough.
This offense requires a tight end.
Speaking facts.
I agree with that 100%. Drubitron, what about you?
Miss Finn's not gonna like that one.
Yeah, Miss Finn's ain't gonna like that very much defense.
I'm surprised I don't see her in the chat. I've seen her in here earlier. She should be up here crowing.
Don't worry.
She's next, Mike.
Gonna hear this.
You can't talk to Gesicki like that.
It's Drubitron. Drubitron, you're up, Bo.
Yeah. So signing of the day for me was Ogbah. To be honest, we were either gonna stay the same or end up with a massive downgrade at that position.
Potentially, yeah.
And the contract that they worked, the magic that they worked, I think it only happened because Ogbah genuinely wanted to stay in Miami.
He took a team-friendly deal for sure.
He absolutely took a team-friendly deal. It was the biggest win of the day. The other stuff's nice. It should help our offense a little bit, but Ogbah was the biggest signing.
The biggest one of the day was having Gesicki sign for $11 million and not trying to fight it.
He took it. He took it on the chin. I give him respect, and I know a lot of people don't want Gesicki, but we need to be honest, right? If Tua is the guy this year, we need Gesicki to catch passes. Put him at a wide receiver. Yes. I don't care. I don't care if he blocks or if he doesn't block. Tua needs a big body receiver to throw the ball up and to bring it down. And Gesicki is that guy. And Gesicki's going to be playing. He's going to be pushing to get a better deal next year. So he's going to ball out, I think, this year for.
No, he signed it, Ali. Gesicki signed the tag already.
He did.
Teddy,
I was amazed.
And Mike, before you go to the next person, I said this actually. Just because he signed the franchise tag doesn't mean we're not going to trade him.
He can be included in a
trade.
trade.
He can be signed and trade. Yeah, he can be signed.
Yeah. All right, Teddy, for QB1, favorite free agent pickup and then your biggest disappointment for day one of legal tampering.
My favorite signing is Teddy Bridgewater. No, I'm just kidding. It's Ogbah, bro. Ogbah. I would argue. I would argue Ogbah is our best defensive player on the team. I'm excited he's staying. When Kelly said he's not coming back, I was kind of surprised because on Ogbah's Instagram, he was at the Monster Jam and along with Howard. So I'm like, oh, he's probably staying. And then Omar comes out. I'm like, oh, really? That's just sad. But I'm happy Ogbah. I'm really not disappointed when he's signing. The only disappointment I would say is offensive lineman. Because if we're building around Tua, I thought we'd at least get maybe one offensive lineman today.
So I want to ask you about that because other than Laken Tomlinson, once Ryan Jensen signed back with Tampa Bay, other than Laken Tomlinson, I was actually impressed they didn't panic and go get anybody.
Exactly.
Nah, but Tomlinson was a disappointment. He's the one you should have got.
I know that's what I'm saying, but other than that, they didn't panic and go get a Brandon Scherf or something like that, because they could have gone and got one of these off injured guys and paid more than they should have instead of waiting patiently, which Miami doesn't do a whole lot.
Yeah.
But other than
I disagree with you, Mike. They wait patiently now that Chris Greer has no one standing in his way of signing guys. Chris Greer has remained
and don't forget
patient a
Lyle
lot.
Collins. Don't forget Lyle Collins.
Well, I actually Lyle Collins again, and reports are still coming out. They're expected to cut him, so they're really gonna.
Yeah, but I think he can still be traded.
So they can just pick him up or whatever.
They're still in talks, but the Dolphins are going to get their first crack at him to sign him. So there's a chance.
Yeah, especially if it's just a cut.
The man.
So Teddy, back to your point.
But he got to play tackle or something.
Other than Lake and Tomlinson, was there anybody else on the O-line that signed today that you had your eye on?
I just had a quick question because I was at work tonight and I was scrolling on Twitter. I saw, we traded for Lyle Collins. Was that just fake? Was someone just trolling?
It got retaken.
Ian Rappaport, the at Rappaport one instead of at Rappaport is what tweeted it.
Oh,
but I'm gonna go to JP next. JP, best signing and if there was a disappointment for day one of legal tampering.
Man, I don't like a broken record here, but I gotta agree with everybody about Emmanuel Ogbah. I mean, I think you were on there with me when we were talking about Batman, and I said this guy is a jack of all trades on defense. His stats don't tell the whole story of how good he is, and this player that perfect in the development of Jalen Phillips. I think Phillips is going to take these monsters and be a 15 sacks guy that's going to be the All-Pro. And I think having Ogbah there is going to only continue to help him out. Bringing him back was paramount. In fact, by several other teams, including the Buffalo Bills, that's a win for Miami. He gave him a nice discount, a discounted enough rate. I mean, it's not like he was coming for cheap. He gave him enough of a discount to would have signed for more elsewhere. Disappointment. I mean, it's splitting hairs, and I'm the one that said, hey, let's wait and see because a lot of the premiers are still available. I hated seeing losing Lake and Tomlinson to the Jets, though. I think he would have been a perfect fit.
That hurt. That hurt on a different level when it was the Jets.
Exactly. That's the
and he went back to another 49er coach, too. He went back to Robert Saleh, who he knows.
CB, are you going to complain about everything, bro? Or why are we calling it a free agency signing? Mike, it was in free agency. Yeah, we kept him. He didn't go out the building. You're right. We re-signed one of our own guys.
It does look like Marquise.
Okay, so since we're going to split hairs, take that, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike. Another disappointment is that EM is not up here on the panel and he keeps typing. That's very disappointing. One more thing. Defense, I don't know if anybody's ever told you, but you look like Markieff Morris's twin, bro. In case anybody ever told you, you and him are like family.
Markieff Morris.
Somebody in the chat just said I look like Barry White.
Yeah. So
Barry White, yeah.
Okay, question to you.
To me, I will again, and JP, I heard you say that on Miami Sports Fanatics earlier, and I hopped in. I was like, it was the best way worded up to that point, because to me, Ogbah at times he played gap on the line, which allowed everyone else to eat. He really does a lot that people don't get to see as far as him being a facilitator along that defensive line. And if we would have brought a new guy in, I thought we could match the production as far as someone else, but that cohesion could have taken a step back. And our defensive line it's legit. It's a good D line, and losing him while we're trying to develop a pass rusher right now, it could have hurt us a lot.
Even if we brought in Chandler Jones.
Yeah, because Chandler Jones
would have been a downgrade.
He's older, and he would have wanted shorter money, and it would have been a short Band-Aid. This keeps Ogbah around for the foreseeable future. This is something that's taken care of, and for the money, for me, it's significant because it's way more than I was hearing he was going to get in free agency. Not only did he stay with us, but he took less money, guys. And I have real quick before we move topic. First things first, guys, make sure you guys are hitting the like on your way in. Like the video, you guys. If you're watching on Facebook and Twitch and Twitter, make sure you guys are hopping over from YouTube and subscribing to the channel. And also, guys, make sure you're checking out all the great content we have here on the network. TMI Tuesdays, Talk 7 live on there with color commentary. Right after that, you got Open Mic with Mike on the mic. And on Saturdays, you get Mike and Brandon the Bookie for Drop the Mic. And then Thursdays, you guys can catch color commentary, late night color commentary. You also have El Capitan every other night of the week that those shows aren't on. Cash App, Venmo, the Fins Tailgate, help support the channel. We're partnered with Fanatics. If you guys are trying to buy sports gear, go in the link in the description below. Hit the link, get some of the good stuff. And also, we got gear as well. There's a link in there for all the TFTG gear. Make sure you guys are checking it out. And if you guys want to get some, get some.
This is honest question about the contract, guys. Is it actually is it an actual 4-year deal?
Yes, it's 4 years.
I know they signed for 4 years, but is actually a 3-year deal with a player option for a 4th year?
Well, the details haven't been released out all on it yet, but from what I understand, it was a 4-year contract up for 4 years. But you know how Chris Greer does it. All this money's front loaded, and next year it's year-to-year contracts. So if something happens and they want to trade him or move off of him, there'll be a little bit of dead cap money, and we can move off of him or trade him for a hefty thing in the future.
Realistically, you wouldn't want to move off this contract until after year 2.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm just saying, but that's how Chris Greer does it. He's like, again,
that's
you
what
have
I'm
the video.
Like,
I do have the video of Emmanuel Ogbah accepting or saying some stuff about after signing. So I'm gonna pull it up right now. I have it on my Twitter, guys. But yeah, let's check it out real quick. Put your mics on mute, guys.
I know it's a real moment for me. I'm excited. I just got before my family. They're excited too. It's a blessing. I'm just thankful. I'm lost for words right now. I don't think it's really like hit me all the way yet, but but I feel good. I feel really good.
Said it ain't hit him yet. That must mean it ain't hit the bank account yet. But let's continue.
Why did you decide to come back to the Dolphins? Why are they the fit?
Oh, because it's Miami. I've always told you guys, I wanted to come back. I wanted to be here, and I always view Miami as my second home. So it definitely made sense to me. I was really productive here too. I love the staff, love my teammates. Everything about Miami, I loved about it, and I'm just happy. We finally got some work done here. So,
how do you celebrate this?
I don't know. Probably get some nice dinner. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I gotta wait for my family to come up here before I really celebrate. So not yet.
We're gonna make Drew Rosenhaus pay for all of this. Prime 112, Poppy Steak. You picked the spot. What other teams were in the mix?
Oh yeah, we had Buffalo, the Ravens, Colts. We had a lot of teams in the mix, but when it came down to it, I didn't want to move. I didn't want to go nowhere. So it worked.
You know what, man? He looked cheesing. He looked real happy.
Yeah,
he chose Miami over Buffalo.
Chris, I got exclusive footage of Emmanuel Ogbah's party at the Hard Rock.
Yep, he's turning it up.
Looks like they got next suites.
Turning it up. You know what? Good for him, man. It's where he wanted to be. It's where he stayed. I'm happy for him, man.
Really but guys,
wait a minute.
What I was asking is
breaking news. There's a door there.
Is there a door?
There's a door. Breaking news.
Is that the door? Hold on. I got the breaking news graphic somewhere around here. Where's it at? Hold on. Here it goes. Breaking news, the door is opened up and inside it is Teddy Bridgewater. Let down. Not man, guys. If you guys don't think I ain't working hard around here, you're kidding yourselves, dude. This is a lot of work.
By the way, Chris, hit me up. I can do a voiceover for that intro, man.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna make that happen, Color. That's already a done deal. I'm gonna send that to you. I already knew.
Can we get Color? Can we get a sample? Can we get a sample of what it might sound like?
Oh, get it up.
I don't know if I can go with
TFTG breaking news. That's what we want.
Color sounds like Walter Cronkite.
Damn,
now you're asking for. I've only been doing it for a week, Drew. But John, you're putting me on the spot.
Put him on the spot. Put him on the spot.
I don't know.
Listen, I'll put it on the
I've only
spot.
watched a couple YouTube videos on it. I'm not there yet, man.
Get the eye of the tiger. Get the eye of the.
I'm your huckleberry.
Well, all right then.
Real quick, guys. For those of you that don't know, MC, he's got a rough time going on right now, and really appreciate you jumping on, MC. I know you got some stuff going on. I appreciate you being here.
Prayers out to Grandma.
Yeah, it's been a rough day.
Yeah, man.
I haven't told anyone this, but she is now in heaven. She died around 6:43.
Oh man, MC, that is not the news. That is not the news.
I've been crying. I'm not trying to make this sound depressed.
Depressed. Yeah, you ain't trying to bring the mood down.
Talk right now, but let's just keep talking about the Dolphins.
Yeah,
I got you, bro.
I just want to do good stuff, MC, because I haven't heard from you on a busy day, MC. Why don't we get your opinion on free agency, my man? Because we haven't heard from you on it. You tell me. How do you feel about it?
Didn't mean to interrupt you there. I'm glad we signed Ogbah back. And the running back, can y'all hear me very well?
Yeah. Okay, you're fine, buddy.
Cool. I'm using my phone right now because I'm at my.
It ain't that bad, honestly.
I'm really. Oh yeah, I got the new iPhone
13.
Yep.
Holla at your boy, dog. Me too.
I actually got it yesterday.
Oh,
right after work. Anyway, sorry.
Did Alexander hook it up?
No,
he lives in Atlanta area,
Georgia. And it was actually the rival company of Alexander's. I got it from Verizon.
Yo, Verizon and the Hizzle.
But it was better when you're. Anyway, hold on, guys. Let me finish up my topic. So I did like Ogbah. I know it wasn't today, but I'm still a little 50-50 about Gesicki, whatever you say his name. And I like the run. I like how we actually got a running back. Sorry, I'm stuttering a lot. We actually got that running back from Arizona. But I'm gonna do what I think Crypto said this. He looks like he has the body of like Myles Gaskins. Didn't you say that, Crypto?
Yeah.
He looks like a Myles Gaskins. Like I like it, but at the same time, it's like I'm like 15% off because he looks like Myles Gaskins.
Hey, MC, go and try to watch some of the plays where they're asking him to block, and he'll remind you more of Philip Lindsay going to getting when he sees his man, he moves up and gets low on him and puts the hit. He needs contact. This is a great.
Two guys that I was interested in, Dearness Johnson or Chase Edmonds. They're almost spitting images. They hit the hole hard. They're cutback runners. They're exactly what Mike McDaniel needs in his own block
special teams.
Counter trap, man.
Hold down for a second, Mike.
Yeah, I got you. All right, Kohler. Answer it's on you, and then we got Crypto and then Thomas. But Kohler, who's your favorite and your biggest disappointment?
Well, I guess I'll just. I mean, I'm kind of 50-50 with Cedric and Chase, but I really like Chase Edmonds, and I want to just point out that, I guess why it excited me so much, because I was on a panel. I forget who. I think it was. I forget the panel I was on. It might have been Stephen Dees or somebody, but the news had broke about Chase Edmonds right in the middle of when I was talking, and he was asking me about running back, and I was like, I was just pointing out to everybody that we could get Dearness Johnson from Cleveland based on the politics of his contract over there and what was going on and how much they were willing to give him. We could have probably got Dearness for like $3.5 million. And it's like, all right, I'm liking that. And so I was telling everybody about that, and I was about to segue into, if that doesn't happen, then it'd be nice if we went after Arizona's guy. But the problem is I honestly thought that they were going to shop Connor because Connor's got more tread wear on him. So I thought Edmonds would be out of the picture. So I think it's absolutely brilliant move. So right as I didn't even get to the segue about Chase Edmonds when the news broke about us getting him. So I had to totally pivot and stop what I was saying about Dearness Johnson right then and there on the spot. But so absolutely brilliant move getting Chase Edmonds. I love it.
Hey, can I ask a question?
Biggest disappointment?
Oh, my bad.
I would probably say, gosh, it's really hard to find one, man. I mean, everybody knows that I think we should go after a better quarterback, but I mean, other than that, I'm hard pressed to find with the way we set ourselves up, the way we basically spent a bunch of money without spending any money, and preserved all of our picks. I think today was just absolutely stellar on the part of Chris Grier. Totally.
Awesome. Thomas, you're up, and then Crypto.
First of all, my condolences to MC. Sorry, bro.
Appreciate it.
I got in late. I don't know if this has been discussed yet or not, but considering we couldn't upgrade at center, do you think we should move up to try to get Linderbaum?
Yeah, I mean, if it's the Cowboys at 24 and they're trying to trade back and he's still available, I think I'd jump on that deal. But I'm not trying to trade into the top 20 to get him. It's going to be too expensive. But 5 spots, I can do that, and we already made a trade.
I like that, Mike. I was looking for Suter. I was looking up because if Linderbaum drops into the mid-20s, who are they going to go up with? And Cowboys might be somebody.
Cowboys are notorious for trading out of the mid-20s pick. They don't really like that pick.
I'm hoping again, though, Mike, and I don't mean to cut off Thomas, and we'll get right back to you, but I'm hoping again they stay put and one of those linebackers falls right into our lap, bro. Because that literally, that's what we need the most on this team, because all the focus on the offense on the coaching staff's going towards the offense. And for whatever reason, even though Mike McDaniel hasn't proven anything to me, I know this scheme well, and it's more about bodies. It's more about bodies and guys. It isn't about a one-man wrecking crew. And if there is, it's usually only about one. And we got one. We've got Jalen Waddle on this team. A second one works good to rotate in. That's why the guys that you bring on this football team are more in his skill set, which is Lynn Bowden. And I before we get back to Thomas, I didn't say my biggest disappointment because it hasn't happened yet. I hope we make a run at Juju Smith-Schuster, man. I want that on this football team. Go ahead, Thomas.
I was thinking also at 19 maybe with Philly, because they've already worked with us before, and that would ensure us definitely to get Linderbaum if we did that.
Yeah, because I think he is a top 20 guy. I don't know how expensive it would be to get into the top 20, and Philly, they got 3 first-round picks. I mean, unless they're going to be nice and take a reasonable deal, I just think it's going to cost too much to get above 24. I think the Cowboys are ripe for the picking for that pick if they're going to trade up. But I'm Captain Trade Back. I want to get out of the 29th pick. I want to get out of the 29th pick now. I don't even care what's on the board unless Zion's there and we don't get a guard in free agency. But so the question, Thomas, is what is your favorite thing that happened on day one of legal tampering, and then were you disappointed at all today?
Absolutely, re-signing Ogbah. We wouldn't have been able to replace him for his age and the money that we got on him. That was, in my opinion,
8.5 against the cap. That's stealing.
It's for the money. I don't think we could have found anyone better, bro. Nope. Not even close.
No, I don't
Not
think
for the
so.
money. We could have replaced the snaps, where if it was less money, it would have made sense, because then that money would have been utilized for something more, but not for the deal he just signed. That is the best deal. I thought for sure he was going to get way more than that.
I got something to say.
What's up, MC?
Hang on, MC. Oh yeah, go ahead, MC.
No, it's not. It was about Ogbah. Doesn't he bring like leadership to the D line, and like
no doubt
he's like a veteran too. Like he's been in the league longer than Wilkins and Davis, hasn't he?
Well, I think, MC, the point I'm making is that I don't think we would have realized how much he meant until he was gone. You know what I'm saying? With Ogbah, a lot of the cohesion they have on the defensive line as a unit with Sealer and Wilkins and Jalen Phillips. These guys, with Ogbah gone and bringing a new guy in, I think we would have really felt growing pains early, often, and we'd never get the production we lost for the money we could have. It's really comes down to the money. If we were signing Ogbah and it was getting $12 million a year guaranteed, I'd feel probably okay with that number. I was looking at him getting like $15 million a year guaranteed. That was the number he was looking at from the Colts, the Jets, Jaguars. Buffalo wasn't trying to sign him to that much, but Baltimore was. Yeah. Buffalo wasn't, but $15 million. That's big money. And he took significantly less and good payment for the team.
Yep. Thomas, were you disappointed at all that we didn't do something or that we did?
I would have liked to get Tomlinson, but I think he went for too much money, honestly.
Yeah, and he picked another 49er coach, and whichever one gave him more money. So it did hurt that he went to the Jets, though. I'm not going to lie.
And the second best signing was getting Bridgewater, in my opinion.
Cool.
Because if Tua goes down, at least we have a decent backup now. That's going to make a big difference. That's what cost us the playoffs last year.
Yep, I agree. Crypto, what about you, man? Favorite signing, and were you disappointed at all today?
I guess this one won't be a surprise. Who I'm about to say, unequivocally, is Cedric Wilson. That's the guy I wanted in free agency as far as a pickup, because they were like, "Well, you don't want DVP. Who you going to replace it?" Guess who it was? The guy who we just picked up with. It was
Crypto,
literally him.
I don't want to put words in your mouth, but is your move they didn't make the fact that DVP is still on the team? Is that the move that you're saying is the thing you're not happy with? I'm not trying to put words in your mouth.
No, you're not.
Shot in the dark.
That will be accurate. That will be it, because they have options to cut as well to make moves in the future. So I guess that will be the first disappointment. But as far as who they selected out of all the picks, I think Greer did a good job as far as who they selected, re-signing Ogbah and stuff like that. But I can't say as far as who they signed, I was disappointed in anybody. As far as they inaction on canning DVP, that would be who I would say a disappointment.
Cool. And then Ali, I want to just get to one thing he said. He said, "What about trading 29 and a player for a bigger weapon?" I would call up Minnesota and offer Byron Jones the 29th pick and maybe our second, third round pick this year, and see if that would start the conversation for Dalvin Cook. First to third and Byron Jones, I think.
For Dalvin Cook? No way. That's way too much asking price, bro.
Oh, bro.
I would never pay that. I thought you were talking about, I thought you were going to say Jefferson. That's what I would pay for Jefferson. No, duh. But that's the kind of price. Dalvin Cook, I'll give you a second rounder for Dalvin Cook right now.
Dude, Dalvin Cook, if he's
running back, bro.
No, why would you trade the 29th pick unless you're going to go up like 10 slots and get somebody?
No, you trade the 29th and Byron Jones to see if you can try and get Dalvin Cook.
Miss Finn says Crypto is DVP's #1 fan. I know, Miss Finn. It's a closet thing.
Gary also said something about how he was worried about Ogbah leaving, but Omar Kelly walked that back like an hour after he posted that.
No, he did, but I was hearing the offers. I was hearing about the offers.
Yep.
I was hearing about the offers and the fan bases that were being sold that they were looking at him too. People were preparing for Ogbah. They were looking. Other fan base teams were looking at Ogbah, licking their chops, thinking the Dolphins let this guy get the free agency. We're gonna get him.
Especially Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo would have hurt us with that. Could you imagine Rousseau and Ogbah coming and teeing off on Tua? Tua wouldn't make it past the second meeting.
They've been so scary.
So I guess I'll answer my question.
Yeah, go ahead. I was going to say that, Mike. Go ahead, Mike. What's your deal?
My favorite. I know it's going to sound corny, but my favorite part of today was that we got a gunner for special teams, because so often it gets disregarded. And that guy,
Keon Crossen,
that guy we got,
Keon Crossen,
that guy we got is going to lay some wood on people, bro.
You can't say that, Mike.
Keon Crossen.
But What's up?
You know, you're talking about Keon Crossen.
Crossen, yeah,
That dude's gonna lay the wood down.
He just took. You know what happened, Dolphin fans? That job is Mac. That guy and Cedric Wilson just took Mac Collins' money and jobs. He's gone. The money Mac Collins wants, they just got it for 2 years and made it into 2 players, and that's what Chris Greer does. There's a whole Moneyball situation happening around here, guys. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but they look at snaps, value, output, and money, and they make decisions. And if you don't think Chris Greer's doing that, you don't understand how smart this guy is. He's walking around with NFT and crypto hats on. This guy is not walking around with Dolphins hats. He's walking around with money-making hats on. Do not kid yourself. Chris Greer is effing smart. And again, if you think Watson door is closed, look no further to my man to the left of me with a door open for Teddy Bridgewater right now. So just wait till Watson is signing with another team. And to me, the front runners are potentially the Browns that's probably the team that because the Browns have assets. They could put things in and they can give them what they want as a quarterback. They could say, here's Baker Mayfield too. In some aspects, with the rights, if they could work it out.
Over Baker.
But Chris,
I agree, but that Houston doesn't want Tua over Baker. They've made that very clear. They've made it very clear.
So I gotta tell you my biggest disappointment, and I'm being real as it gets with the Miami.
The trade not for Watson. I know, Mike. You told me that earlier.
No, it was that reality set in that I gotta watch yet another year of Tom fucking Brady playing football and rubbing it in my face that he's the GOAT.
Correct.
I think I'm gonna throw up.
That's a good one. I know. Yeah, you're right about that.
I was like, my wife said it. She goes, "You got to watch Tom Brady again," and I go, "Yeah." And that's why I'm pissed today.
You know what? I don't like. I don't mind watching Tom Brady again as much as I mind that he came back the way he did. Like enough already. Enough already, bro. Are you gonna do
what
this?
An indictment on the league.
He's gonna be like that band Journey that retires every year and then goes on tour for the.
He said he wants to play till 50. That's 5 years.
Is he going?
Five more years like he did last year? He could get to 50.
What defense?
Is he gonna pay the guy back for his football?
Oh my God! Did y'all see that
$518,000
for Tom Brady's last touchdown ball win at auction?
Yeah, I seen that.
$518,000.
I seen that. And no, Tom isn't gonna do that because Tom don't care.
It's official. You had to mention Brady. I just threw up in my mouth.
Hey, but if Brady breaks his leg in preseason and never plays another down, then he still has the last touchdown bill.
I got a picture of Tom Brady showing up for camp. If you guys want to see. It was on my Twitter a couple days ago, but here it is right there. See it? That's him showing up for camp.
Oh, God.
Doesn't that kind of look like an older, skinnier Bill Murray?
Is that Tom Favre?
Bill Murray. That's Tom Brady showing up for camp. So
I thought that was Archie Manning for a minute.
Hey, speaking of Arch Manning, he's gonna be going here, boys and girls. Mark my words, Steve Sarkisian is getting him a little golden boy. It's going to be fun to watch.
All right.
Hey, guys, what do you think of this? Do you think that McDaniel keeps Preston Williams because of how well he blocked the end of last year?
I'll tell you this about Preston Williams. My first – so I get that it's a hot topic, but I'm not going to lie. His raw skill set is
Preston Williams is not coming back. If
somebody gets a hold of him and gets him healthy and gets his mind focused on football, Preston Williams can be a viable number 2 for a lot of teams.
Preston Williams does not want to play football.
I don't think he's going to be here.
Don't want to play football.
We just replaced him with Cedric Wilson, basically.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be here.
Preston Williams can actually catch the ball. Want to play football. They're going to ride or die with Devontae Parker over Preston Williams, and that's a sad fact.
That's not going to happen. You're delusional.
Devontae Parker is a better choice than another wide receiver on this team right now, bro. That's how sad it is.
You're being delusional, man.
I'm drinking the DVP Kool-Aid.
Hey, it's crypto. They brought your favorite receiver's college quarterback to town, bro. DVP and Bridgewater were at Louisville together.
Yeah, they were.
Nope.
I heard they used to hold
Bridgewater's
hands
a bum.
I heard they used to hold hands in Louisville.
Bridgewater's a bum and DVP's trash. I got it.
Yeah, you know what? Miss Fins is right, guys. Make sure you're hitting the like button, subscribe to the channel. Holla at your boy. We're getting some feedback. What's going on? Who's in the airport?
No, that's in the post office. My bad.
You're in the airport. Crypto about to go postal up in this month. He's like DVP. It's crazy. Look, I got footage of Crypto losing his shit on his old lady at the dinner table about DVP.
There's a darkness inside of me. It wants to get out, wants to walk around. It wants some walking around money, and it wants to buy some shoes, and it wants to walk up with the people and say, "Hey, Gator don't play no shit." You feel me? Gator never been about that. Never been about playing no shit.
Yep. It's a DVP haunts your nightmares, Crypto, and he'll be catching passes from Teddy Bridgewater, Tua Tagovailoa, or Lord willing, Deshaun Watson next year. On and on we go.
Okay, so
man, Capitan.
Capitan's on fire with these.
How'd you know you didn't know I had that clip, did you, Crypto? It's blowing your mind right now. That son of a bitch. How do you get a camera in my living room? Multiple angles at that.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Drew.
You know, the Chiefs, I don't know if you guys covered it before I came on, but the Chiefs went out and signed Justin Reed at safety.
Yeah, that means Honey Badger's out.
What do you guys think about Tyrann Mathieu?
He's going to ask for too much money.
You think so?
Way too much.
Where Tyrann Mathieu's going to?
He's going to end up getting a pay cut.
Going to Denver.
He's going to. Heck, I wouldn't even be surprised you go. Yeah,
gonna go to Denver. They're all gonna take 1-year deals.
He could go to the Chargers too. The Chargers have been loaded.
Chargers are loading
up.
Exactly. Yeah.
Jackson. That secondary looks nice.
Chargers are Bengals.
Watch out for Dallas.
Nice.
Watch out for Dallas. You go to Dallas too.
That's what.
Well, okay. So I actually don't think Dallas. I don't think Dallas is going after Honey Badger. I think Dallas is going after Bobby Wagner really, really hard.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I want Bobby.
They
Wagner.
want to pair him up with.
I think Chris Greer is waiting on Bobby Wagner to make it to the second level of free agency and make a run at him.
Because they want to get rid of Crypto. They want to get
target a guy like that, but he ain't gonna pay him $9-10 million. Get the hell out of here, bro. Get out of here.
Pair him up with Michael Parsons. That's a cheat code. That's the cheat.
No,
code.
I'm telling you, they're trying to get rid of Van Der Esch. He's been in Dallas the last 2 days. He's been meeting with the Joneses and everybody. The only other place I could see Bobby Wagner going is Denver with Russell.
Oh God.
Interesting. Hey boys, I gotta hop off for
Bobby
the night.
Wagner reuniting in Denver.
Later, John.
Hi, Jip.
Later, Drew. But yeah, I think Bobby Wagner ends up in Dallas because they've been looking for a way to get out of that Van Der Esch experience since they got rid of Jalen Smith, and Michael Parsons was. I'm not gonna lie, I knew Michael Parsons was otherworldly talent, but man, I did not see that guy having a square head on his shoulders as he has.
I called that.
He's
a
smart dude, man.
I was hoping
really good.
I was hoping for some way he would end up on the Dolphins somehow. I was talking to my brother-in-law about it. He's like, "There's no way they're drafting him."
Yo, Dallas was mad.
I was hoping he was gonna fall too.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas, the Dallas media leading up to that draft was dead set against. They were.
I know they were. I thought Dallas made a real gutsy move, but I knew it was going to pay off. I thought it was gutsy picking him at 10, but I thought for sure that people were going to second guess him because that kid, he's a freak. He's a freak. Dude, I got his rookie card right here, bro. Check out that rookie card I got of him right there.
Yep.
That's a nice one too, bro. I'm hanging on to that. That one's going to my son.
Could y'all have imagined Micah Parsons and Jalen Phillips?
Oh my God! You couldn't get them both though, dude. I really number 1 and number 2 on my board was Jalen Waddle and Jalen Phillips, and it was amazing that it happened. And that's why I know Chris Cruz is a genius because he's thinking like this. He was right. That was number 1 and number 2.
Gary's right on the head. Like everybody, the people and Big John, I was hoping or Farmer Porn. I wish he was still up here.
Farmer Porn John.
I want to set everybody straight on Chase Edmonds, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anybody, but Chase Edmonds is 12 to 15 touches a game. That's it. It's not. He is exactly what we have on the roster right now.
TD hopping by saying we heading to the Super Bowl. I got a clip of something about that. Hold on, see if I can find it. Oh wait, here it goes.
What's that? Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
What's up there, Gab?
But oh, that's funny. But yeah, I think Chase Edmonds is going to be a great. Now. He's going to be a great third down back. He's going to be a great screen guy, but he's not going to be a stud. Like that's why we got him for $6.5 million is because, or 6.3, I think is what it was, because he's going to be the guy that changes the pace for the other running back, whether that's Phillip Lindsay or Duke Johnson, or maybe they go and get a running back in the draft.
Got it right there. Phillip Lindsay. Yeah. And get a guy. You know who I hope they target? I've been saying
Mike,
this
we don't need all that negativity
now,
around here, bro.
Yeah, Mike.
No, I like Edmonds. He's
You're right, Color. I felt the tone in his voice.
No,
anyhow,
guys,
Mike, let me bring it back around. You're right.
I think you just think he's gonna make Tua look bad, man. I really do.
No.
You know what? If he fails in the offense, it won't be Tua's fault. It'll be Edmonds' fault all day, all day. So
no,
just so you
but
know.
Edmonds he really is. He's the guy.
Mike, are you saying right now that Edmonds is sabotaging Tua? Is that what I'm hearing?
I mean, if you want to put it in my mouth,
absolutely, yes, sabotage.
Is this a sleeper cell being brought in here right now? This Edmonds character?
There's a sleeper cell.
But yeah, I just want to make sure everybody that doesn't get too high on Chase Edmonds because he's not going to be.
Mike, I just thought they were underutilizing him because Connor was so good. You know what I mean?
Well, no, because between the tackles, go look at Chase Edmonds' career. He's never been a between the tackles guy. He's always been the
output we were getting.
Guy.
Remember the output we were getting from Myles Gaskin, where it was like all-purpose yard,
at his best. That's what Edmonds.
I don't want to say at his prime because he's still young. I don't know what the hell happened to the guy.
Well, no, but I'm saying at his peak, at his best,
when he was doing
Edmonds
good. Maybe the quarterback change had something to do with it because I know he had those numbers under a different quarterback that I'm thinking of, but. That's what they're expecting out of Chase Edmonds. The difference is Chase Edmonds is Myles Gaskin 2020 and Phillip Lindsay in a little bit. So I think they need to get Lindsay again, dude.
He was productive. Him and Duke was productive. Those would be my three backs you go with.
John, the running back I've been saying for a while now is – and I'm hoping he's there in the fourth because I don't want to take him with the third, even though we might have to. Is the guy from Florida,
Damian Pierce?
Pierce, yeah, that's he's
he led college in a lot of
he's categories. So perfect for what they're going to bring in here, dude.
The
way he gets to the second level. Listen, the way he gets to the second level and in this zone blocking when they step out like this, what happens is there's no real hole. I don't think. Okay, if you guys go back and watch the Steelers back when they had Ben Brown and Bell, and they were actually running that zone, they would get out to the second level, and it was about having a weak and a strong side of the line and getting the defense to set in formation. And once they got stuck in formation, you move your guy and get them offset. And then you go that way, you cut off the lane, and one of these dudes, either a pulling guard or however they get a guy to the second level. So one of these holes are going to open up. So a running back has to have good vision. He has to be patient, and he's got to know when he steps in the hole to go up, cut left, cut right, because he's got to make a play on the guy being blocked to use this human shield, this giant man, as a wall. And he'll step in, burst through the hole, and now it's up to DBs and safeties to make tackles on running backs. And sometimes when guys get caught out of position or a trap guy comes around like a fast tight end or even a wide receiver in some of these ways because they get real trickery. So you get a guy to the second level that's you get like a tackle out to the second level where a safety's coming up, he's just getting lit up, and now that's it. Now this guy that has speed, his yards after catch. So to me, they need to go get this kid from Florida. They need to see what Dokes has got. Dokes has that ability. I've seen that when he was playing in college.
Love him.
So we'll see. There's definitely some
Gary.
stuff. That's the kid I think we need to go after. I don't want to get anybody in the first or second round. It's too much of a reach for a running back when I think this offense is more about a multiplicity of doing it. And look at what the Niners got out of their running back. The guy, Elijah Mitchell, was picked up in the 5th round, and he did just fine.
Hey, and Mostert's still available too. But
I don't want Mostert.
Gary
I don't want
Flanders.
Mostert can kick rocks, bro. I don't want Mostert.
Gary Flanders in the comments. Yeah, I've heard that about Damian, but Philip Lindsay had no vision when he first started too. He just hit the hole and hit it as hard as he could and as fast as he could, and he ran faster than everybody else in the field. But do you not want to wait till 2023 because you seem like you know the draft, Gary, and there's 3 extremely generational talents coming out of next year's draft. But if Brian Robinson's there, I just worry about Brian Robinson's durability.
He's slow.
Huh. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting, Mike. Do you think they're gonna bite the bullet, or what?
For who? A running back?
Gaskin goes down with a single gust of wind.
The only way I take a running back this year is third with the second pick of the 3rd round, or if we trade out of the 29th and we do get a second round pick, then maybe I take one in the second. Yes, California is right. Bijan Robinson, Crypto, you just got to understand. I am going to be banging the drum for Bijan Robinson until he's not on Miami. And then I'll bang the drum to trade for him and give him everything. I love that kid. I absolutely think he's going to be one of the best running backs anybody that's ever watched football will witness play.
So how high you would take him?
That's how high? I think he actually goes top 5 next year, guys. Like, I really do.
Okay. Yeah. So like Saquon Barkley, huh? He's the next Barkley.
I think Bijan Robinson, he's lower. His center of gravity, he's lower to the ground.
He goes top 5.
Strong.
There you go, Cutler. Cutler's favorite guy, Saquon Barkley, went 5. So
yeah,
you think Bijan Robinson's coming out in the top 5 in the draft
in 2023, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I think he's going to win the Heisman next year.
Really?
And these are all high hopes. This is all predictions, and this is all what we
he's
think
going to go top 5 because the Giants need another running back.
But I do think
there you go, Cutler.
Sell some jerseys or Carolina. Once they got Tua, they're gonna need a guy over there in Carolina to pair with Tua.
Gary says 4.55 is not slow. MC, you want to race him?
I'll beat him in a race.
I ran a 4.8 in high school, and that I ain't fast. So.
I thought you ran a 4.6.
No, I didn't say 4.6.
No, not
4.6.
you. I'm talking about Brian Robinson.
No, he's got to be faster
I thought
than
his official time was a 4.6.
What?
I'm wrong.
Well, that don't make it.
Ain't that right there.
Bijan, on the other hand, runs 4.4, low 4.4, high 4.3. And he's changing direction is silly. I can't wait for
there
next
you
season.
Go. There you go, Mike.
We'll be listen. Either we're picking up running backs in the 1st round. I'd love to have that problem in Miami because if I'm looking at running backs in the 1st round, that's a great place to be. But chances are
that's not saying Tua does his job because otherwise
that's right. Because if not, we're packaging together picks all over the joint to try to move up and get a quarterback.
But what if they take their ball and go home and don't want to trade with us? Then what? What do we do at that point?
Then we fire Chris Greer and we take action and do what we got to do and we storm that castle. We storm that castle. These bitches got to go, bro. Y'all messed this up. You blew my team up, dog. I didn't want to blow the team up personally because to me it instills a culture of losers. But we brought the right coach in, I thought, to build up people and make them feel better. And he shook out some winners out of there. But that guy's gone, which I didn't like the firing of Flores, but that's neither here nor there. We'll see how that all comes out. Who knows how that goes?
It's the only thing that worries me if the other teams don't want to play ball with us, even when we were sitting there with a bunch of picks and they still say no.
No,
we need a franchise quarterback.
Chris.
You know what I'm saying?
I know. I hear you, brother. What's up?
Read John R.'s comment.
He ran a 4.5 in high school and woke up from his dream. Oh, word up.
I thought that was funny.
Oh.
Yes, AW Clutch. I did look at Chris Rodriguez Jr. I remember him actually watching a little bit of SEC on the SEC network or whatever. I like him. And he's another one of those late 3rd, early 4th guys that if he's there, you might be able to wait till the 5th for somebody like him, but I think he has enough intangibles to be good.
I'm telling you, we're getting Desmond Ridder at 29.
No, we're trading out of 29th pick.
They're gonna move up.
Look. This is how it's gonna go. Okay.
Oh,
we're trading Tua to Seattle.
Preach.
We're bumping Teddy Bridgewater to QB1. We're drafting Desmond Ridder. We're putting him on the bench behind Teddy Bridgewater for a year. And next year, Desmond Ridder is going to be the next Deshaun Watson.
You know what? I kind of like that. It's actually a plan.
That's interesting.
It's actually a plan.
I can't watch the guys' highlights. Just watch the guys' highlights. Use your eye test, guys. Come on.
I know you're
Desmond Ridder.
There is a plan.
There
I'll
you
have
go.
to quarterback.
He
is fast.
He ran a 4.49 at the combine.
I like him.
That's quarterback.
Cincinnati.
I watched him.
And everybody forgets that Cincinnati was what, top 5 in the
He
college
took him in the
football?
playoff. They were the final
They're
four.
pretty good. Yeah.
Everybody forgets about Cincinnati all the time.
Yep.
So,
Cincinnati
guys,
coming
Yeah,
up.
they
I don't know.
they the most slept on
And
team.
remember,
though.
Cincinnati's pathway, Desmond Ritter's pathway with Cincinnati wasn't as clear as it was for a quarterback in Alabama. If you catch my drift.
Hey, so I don't know what
He made
color
things happen.
just got done smoking, but I gotta go because my wife's here, and I'm gonna go.
Yeah, get out of here,
Get on
Mike.
the same level of color because that's a crazy ass take.
Holler at your boy, Mike. I'll talk to you later, my man.
Just watch his
Later,
highlights.
guys.
Later, Mike.
See you, Mike.
He had to make things happen in Cincinnati. Cincinnati ain't no Alabama, ain't no LSU.
Not even
You
close.
know, that's why you don't ever hear about them.
They're not on the
been there the
map.
past
Only
couple
in basketball they are, but football, they're
Past
not
couple
on the
years,
map.
They're not even close to SEC.
You know?
Material.
Hey, speaking of desperate franchises trying to trade up to get quarterbacks that probably aren't going to be that good in this draft, do you think that there's a chance that Williams, the receiver from Alabama, could drop to us?
Yeah.
No, I don't. There's
That's
no
too
chance.
far.
They're not going to make it past the Patriots. If he's
That's
there
the
with the
key.
Patriots, they're going to take him.
Exactly, because of Mac Jones. They got to pair him there.
If Green Bay might take him too. So
Yeah,
Green Bay
that's
picks
possible.
before us because Green Bay lost. So
yeah,
that's where I think he'll go.
Talking about Jameson?
You know, what's up?
Are we talking about Jameson or John Mechie?
No,
Jameson.
Jameson. He ain't gonna drop that far. Menchie will be there, but I don't know if Menchie warrants a first-round pick in this draft. There's guys that are running 4-3 all over the joint. If he's there at 50, sign me up. That's a snag there. Or even if he's just outside of 50. That's right. That's what I said. If he's just outside of 50, if he's at like 54. All right, MC. We'll see you, my brother.
right,
Thanks
MC.
for coming in, MC.
Later, MC.
I'd rather get Pickens at 50 if he's there.
If he's there, Pickens? I don't
that's
know if he'll be there at 50, honestly.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of quarterback needy teams. He'll go in the top 30.
Listen, there's 3 quarterbacks will come off the board in the first. It always happens every year. There's not. I'm looking at all these mock drafts, and they've got 2 quarterbacks in the first round taken. That ain't. Name me the draft. Name me a draft when there's been 2 quarterbacks taken in the first round. That's never happened. I think there's very few that there's only been 3 quarterbacks taken. Teams have to take them in the first round. It depends everything. You know, it's the most important position. The guy has the football in his hand. He has the most ability to do anything on the field. You got to take shots on those guys.
A lot of quarterbacks going to push people down, you know.
That's right. There is going to be some shakeup. You know who's somebody I hope falls to us that I had this on a video. And guys, make sure you go back and check out some of the other videos. I did a free agency video. The pass rusher from Purdue, that dude, if he falls to us, he might be somebody the Dolphins can't pass up because he's legit. But then again, we just signed Ogbah. I doubt they'll do that. But man, there's a couple of guys that I did on that free agency as far as defense goes. And this is before we signed Ogbah, but still, some of those names to me, if they fall to us, I don't think they can pass them up. Because again, we'll see 6 wide receivers taken. We'll see 3 quarterbacks taken.
7, yeah,
maybe even 7. But we can say 6. We can say 6. We'll call it 13 between wide receivers and cornerbacks taken. So there's 13 people taken off the board right there. You can take another 3 for quarterbacks. That's 16. mean, we're almost to where the Dolphins are picking. We're only 10 picks away, 12 picks away at that point, 13 picks away. So somebody's going to end up falling to us. And if you look no further than the Patriots and how many guys have fallen to them at 29 over the years.
Right. Hey, Chris, I got a question
quite a
for
few.
you. So Pickens has been the odds favorite to get Pickens for like the last forever has been Pittsburgh Steelers. Given with what they just did by signing Mitchell Trubisky, do you think that they're now out of the Pickens race, or do you?
I don't know.
I guess the better question is, do you think they're satisfied with Trubisky as the guy they're going forward with, or do you think they're still going to roll in with Pickens and have a nice little competition?
Yeah,
I don't. You know what?
You can have like a Fitzpatrick tour like moment there.
Because I mean, they were the heavy favorite to get Pickens. They have been the whole time.
It wouldn't be a bad play to do because they've had years on end of having a quarterback in there and Big Ben, and those are big shoes to fill. It's going to take some time to find that guy. They can't expect to just knock it out of the park right away. So
then again, people may have been assuming that because it's Pittsburgh and the guys from Pitt. You know what I mean?
Of course,
but they made the same assumptions about Dan Marino, and I think that what made me think about it was somebody said the same thing in the comments that Dan Marino went 26th.
Yeah, 20. I think he was 27.
27.
27th.
27.
Pickens is from Pitt, and we got the 29th pick. It's kind of a neat correlation. We like correlations like that late night here on the Fins tailgate. We're the only ones that give you that kind of anecdotal stuff.
That's why it's color commentary.
That would be
color
something.
Commentary.
There you go, Bet. That Big John. There's one to chew on for you.
There you go.
The
Chewing on the
Pittsburgh
fat
quarterback is coming to the Dolphins.
There you go.
Hey guys, what do you think about if Harris, the linebacker from Alabama, falls to 50?
Linebacker falling all the way to 50.
Yeah,
I mean that's a real possibility if you think about it, because
if he's the fourth best linebacker, I would say yes.
No, I still think we're a shoe in for Nakobe Dean at 29. To be honest with you, in all seriousness, if you putting hyperbole aside,
Larry seems to think he's not the right type of linebacker. He's only an outside linebacker.
Listen, I don't disagree with Larry. He is an outside linebacker, but I thought he was
versatile enough.
He's versatile enough, and it splits the duty that you were already having Jerome Baker do, and it makes this defense.
But no, because if you pay Jerome Baker that massive contract only to have somebody come split his carries,
no, it's not splitting his carries, splitting the duties. You get to basically pseudo.
No,
you get. He's not getting less snaps, John. He's not getting less snaps. That's not what I mean by that.
They're going to be on the field at the same time.
Is they're gonna both play. You're not gonna know by lining up both linebackers out there who's playing middle linebacker. You'll never be able to tell.
Right.
Well, at the end of the day,
you'll never be able to tell if they're going with a two linebacker set. You'll never know who the Mike is. You can't call Mike. It's a perfect fit.
I get it, but the problem is Jerome Baker can't play it even if you try to fake it. He sucks at it. It doesn't matter.
Well,
now he's just nobody's telling him to blitz when he should.
Playing outside might have just been a product of the huge Georgia system. You know what I mean? But when you look at Nakobe Dean play, you're like, wow, this guy, meets the eye test, sure, which is very, eye test is always suspect looking at college players. I get all that, but when you realize that you're watching this guy, he's passing your eye test, and you realize that he is an SSE linebacker. He's playing against SEC offense.
He goes against the best, and he just won a national championship.
Like, you're watching all the highlights, and you're looking at all the teams he's playing. He's making these plays against, and it's like, okay, that might be real eye test. Talent. You know what I mean?
He's top end talent. If he's there, it's a real consideration to me. The linebacker Floyd from Utah, that's my number one get. If he's somehow there at 29, that guy is that's the piece that takes this defense to elite status.
You right about that. You right about that.
That guy's there at 29. Then Bitcoin just blew up. There's no way in hell that's gonna happen.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be
who was what was his name again? Let me see if anybody's got where they got him on their mock. Hold on.
Floyd.
What was his name again?
Well, I think I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him drop lower than 16.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be there.
He's not.
Hey,
I don't think he would drop that.
I wouldn't mind Dean or Harrison. I'll tell you why. Because
not the way he ran. I think he ran a 4.5.
He did. No, he ran a 4.7. He didn't run that fast. He ran a 4.77. But it doesn't matter. The guy is just a monster, bro. But the Kobe Dean's still young. He can put some weight on too. That's the thing. He's still a younger guy. He's a junior. So it's not like these guys don't get bigger.
We need another linebacker with speed. So because every time Ogbah crashes inside and Josh Allen gets to the edge, we got to have someone there to stop him.
Thomas ain't wrong about that.
Yeah, you're gonna need that linebacker to contain him. That's no doubt.
Phillips.
Yeah.
Or defensive lineman that's so dominant that he won't be able to get outside containment.
That's kind of the defensive line we got now. Is
Right.
they made up for a lot of the deficiencies in linebacker.
That's that long arms of Phillips are going to keep that containment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
then
I
we'll
expect
be
a
good.
breakout year from Van Ginkel, because Van Ginkel changed his body type. He went from being more of the speed guy to putting some weight on. We've seen him put a lot of weight on. He also had some dad weight. He had a kid that year too, so there were some changes going on in the household. But I expected him to pop last year, but this is going to be the year because he's chasing a contract. Van Ginkel, man, that hair be a flowing, boys.
I'm gonna sit there and say this: if you guys want to fix this whole linebacker issue and all this bullshit with Buffalo, it's very simple. I'm not one who's gonna advocate for it, but if you go and get J.C. Jackson in
J.C. Jackson signed. He already signed.
Okay, but I'm saying if they would have gone after him and they would have put 1, 2, 3 in the field, then Cole Beasley wouldn't be destroying everybody on the Miami Dolphins on third down. That's the only issue the Dolphins had. They can't cover that man.
That's true. Yeah.
So
yeah,
Bucky's got Devin Lloyd
matchups.
going 21st to the Patriots.
Yeah, but I don't think. I think the Patriots are going to take a wide receiver. They need a wide receiver badly, bro. That's why I think he might fall. That's why I think he might fall. And to me, Big John, just what you said, Big John, having Jerome Baker and that linebacker from Georgia on this team, it helps erase
Chris,
guys like him. They in the zone, they keep those guys are fast enough to keep guys like Cole Beasley in front of them. And Cole Beasley might catch some footballs, but he ain't gonna catch very much. These boys putting the hurt on him.
And Chris, the next linebacker he has on his list is us with Nakobe Dean at 29. So that's quite a possibility if the Patriots go for a wide receiver that we'll be faced with the choice between Nakobe Dean and Devin Lloyd. Yeah, I could see that happening.
The thing is Josh Allen in the pocket with a little bit of pressure is always shown to be inaccurate. And he's inaccurate running to his left. It's
not only
running
that,
to his right.
Josh Allen running upfield too. We need somebody who could stop him. I mean, Phillips does a great job.
When he's flushed out, running to his right, that's when he's deadly.
I just want somebody to be a dirty player and kneecap that dude. Who cares?
Bro, I don't even think you can kneecap that freaking freak. That guy's so goofy looking. How he defies the laws of physics with his big old body running as fast as he does. It don't look natural. It doesn't look natural. He run away from people. I'm like, how's this big goofball running the way? Big old corn.
I know it does.
He's huge. He don't look natural.
Legs are long
exactly.
And his
it doesn't
long,
look.
so
He got tiny feet. He got tiny little twinkle toes. He like Twink out there just skipping along on his little.
Yeah, he is just denying the law of physics.
He's got long legs and a long stride, so he's eating up a lot of yardage with very few
but
steps.
he's fat. It's not just the strides, color. It's because when you see the strides from Gesicki, that's what I see. From him, it don't look like that. He's like his feet are like he's actually cooking.
Do you guys know who he looks like when he runs?
Who's he look like?
To me, he looks like Keith Byers. Anybody ever seen Keith Byers run with the football?
Oh yeah. Spot on, Big John.
Keith Byers in that snow game
in Dallas. He looks like punters. You know how not punters. You know how kickers run, like a bigger leg kicker, and they're running and they come up and how they run. That's how he looks. He looks like the kicker run all the time when he's running out there, free running around. But he runs away from people.
Yeah.
Dean to me, guys, is a guy that it's specific in some ways. We got to worry about these quarterbacks in this NFL. especially in the AFC, these are all passing quarterbacks we got hanging around here now. They're all looking to chuck the rock. We don't have to worry so much about the run game. And don't get me wrong, as much as I want to fill the run game gap, I would venture to say that they're more interested in about the pass, looking at Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow and everybody. I mean, you only got Derrick Henry to worry about needing to from a running back running up and down on you, some guy to meet him in the hole. Because even in the NFL now, it's all about little screen dump off passes to your running backs. That's what we just got Edmonds for. Our whole predication of our offense is about getting the running backs mixed up in this direction, little screens, little pitches to the outside, a little bit of this and that, little shovel pass here and there. It's a facilitation offense, man.
Wow, do you think finally we'll be able to run a screen right for a change?
I don't know. The screen still takes finesse. It has to be thrown early.
I think at least they'll block it correctly. I don't know if they'll gain a yard, but they'll block it correctly.
Yeah.
At least we use Austin Jackson at what he's good for. He can't pass block for shit, but he can definitely run block.
Listen,
he's very good.
They should put Austin Jackson as the pulling guard or tackle every time. If there's someone pulling, they should move him from side to side, and his whole deal is just pulling and getting cooking or behind the line, coming around the edge.
Give away the play.
So what? So what? You know what? Do that a lot, and then once they think you're doing it, then don't do it with them. Mess the whole game up, bro. Mess the whole game up. You'd be like, this is crazy. This guy's.
Tell you what, I saw Jackson in the secondary blocks pancake some pretty damn good linebackers last year. I gotta admit that.
Well, if you notice, you can watch every flag Austin Jackson gets where it isn't the end of the drive. It's like a first or second down flag. The next play, if it's a run and play, whenever the next run and play comes, he's to the second level, asses over elbows, some linebacker or corner or safety. He gets his hands on him and just takes all that. Give me a flag. Gets all upset. Dude, give me a flag. Because he got bitched out. He takes it out on people.
That's another encouraging thing. If we go away from the RPO, we don't have to worry about him being downfield every damn time.
Exactly, illegally downfield.
Thank you, Thomas.
That's why I made the bold prediction that Austin Jackson is not going to get his first penalty into the third quarter in week 12. It's going to be fourth. It's going to be second down and 7.
Crypto, bro. Crypto, pass the Dutchie, dog. Pass the Dutchie. That is too much. That is too much.
12th game.
So you were right, Chris.
Third quarter.
You were right, Chris. Houston was like, no way on the Colts, man.
Austin Jackson is going to fuck up.
Oh, yeah, totally, bro.
On the first play of the season, we're going to get a holding call.
You heard it here on the Fins tailgate. Hey, Austin Jackson will not get penalized
first
until week 12 in
Austin
the third
Jackson
quarter.
Jumps off sides.
First play of the season. First play. Holding.
No way, first play. First play, I'm going to be there. If it's at home, if it's at Dolphins Stadium, first play, I'm gonna go out there and sack his ass right there live on television. All 175 pounds of me, I'm gonna take his big ass down right there in front of everybody. I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna take off my purple jacket, and I'm gonna streak the rest of the way out the building. Be like, Austin Jackson. All right, I went off to. Sorry, guys.
Austin's gonna surprise you guys.
So, speaking of Austin Jackson and tackles, no tackles got signed pretty much. The only one was the guy from Seattle. Still available is everybody. So Trent Brown, Teron Armstead, Cam Robinson, Eric Fisher, Morgan Moses, yada, 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 yada. So
all I know is we better have some really good backup tackles if we sign Armstead.
Well, I don't want Armstead. Armstead is, to me, a signing that the Dolphins did before Chris Greer gets here. They sign him for a 5-year mega deal, or we're locked up for the rest of our lives on the tackle position because we just signed the future at left tackle. And then the guy don't make 10 games next year. We paid him $22 million in guarantees, and it's cap hell. And by year two, we're restructuring and moving money around. And now the guy is a perennial Dolphin while he's in the in the steam bath, icing down his knee, going, you know what, running around sucks at 32 years old.
Do you guys want to compare every player to Devontae Parker? Why?
No. I compare. You know what I compare
That's
it to?
because
I
of that
compare
Big
it to
John.
guys. I compare it
been
to
in the
this is
IR
South
forever.
Florida. This is South Florida. You have less water in your body, and these guys gotta hydrate better or something, and gotta toughen up. And it ain't a toughen up world, I guess. I don't know, man.
Look, bro. I'll make a bet. I don't think if he comes to the Dolphins, this man may play the whole season without getting injured for some reason. Maybe
that would be great.
That would be stupendous.
Who did he play for last year? The Saints.
Yes.
Maybe he got injured because he played on AstroTurf. People get injured all the time on AstroTurf.
It's a tough surface, but I think they resurfaced. I think they changed the surface.
I mean, Saquon Barkley's life has gone to shit playing on AstroTurf.
They tried to get rid of that. Now
they're going to sign that kind of money.
It's like next turf.
If they're going to sign that kind of money for Armstead, go get Cam Robinson and really sign it and fix it for real. Because Cam Robinson's way younger. He's only 26. If you're going to go big for that. But don't get me a guy that's 30 years old, that's had injury history, and has been the Devontae Parker of left tackles. So I just can't have that right now. It signs up. It takes up too much of my money and my life and my hope.
I just see Brandon Albert written all over that.
Listen, I loved Brandon Albert, and when he was great.
Yeah,
when
Brandon Albert
was
real good.
But it hurt us big
time. He made a couple of Pro Bowls.
And again, guys, I think it's more likely that Julian Davenport ends up on the team than a $20 million a year tackle does. Because
we have Julian Davenport already.
No, we don't. Julian Davenport played on the Saints.
We did have him at one time.
We did have him at one point, but we let him go. But he's a free agent again. He's 27. It's guys like that they're gonna want on here because it's South Florida, hot as hell, and we're gonna run an offensive lineman on a Sunday is gonna run like 300 yards. You know what I'm saying? They're going to run up and down the field every time they get it. So the conditioning is key. They should really bring in a Miami Heat strength and conditioning coaches and bring them in here and teach these guys how to get up to speed, because that's what it's going to take. Because it's these mofos are going to run more than they've ever ran in their life, and it's going to be hard to deal with.
Hey, McDaniel has been going to some Heat games. Maybe that's in the works.
You know what, Tom? I'm glad you said that, my brother. I'm glad you said that. Defense. What do you if you were gonna make a pick right now, to try to shore up some holes on offense? Where would you go? Because free agency is not over. There's still guys left. Where would you put some of these resources?
Most definitely, I would look at a right tackle. Because I think we may have something to because we changing our blocking scheme. We may be okay on the left side, but the right side that's Tua's blind side. So I think we need a plus person there. One with some skills and with a little strength, and ain't gonna get bull rushed all the way back to the quarterback. I also think we need a quality blocking tight end and a good running back with I would say a little size. We need a running back with some size. We don't need it. We don't need a scat back anymore with this new blocking scheme, because you got to cut and go. But a good back that weigh at least 215 pounds, 220, they can break some tackles. We need a tackle breaker.
I like that. I like that idea. I think they're gonna go get that guy in the draft, hopefully, because it's all about wear and tear on these running backs, and it will be running back by committee. You know that. San Francisco, again, third round, fifth rounder had more production, but still their third rounder had decent production as well. Trey Sermon,
I think we can get somebody later. I think we can get a good back with this draft from what I saw. Mm-hmm. And what I saw during the college season, in the fourth, fifth round, I think we can get a very good back in those rounds.
Yeah, I'm hoping again like that Florida running back will be there in the 4th round. We got 2 4th rounders. If somehow we come out of the 4th round with him, I'd be happy as get up because I think he's got growth. He just runs with such that bigger back that has that more of bruising that you're looking for. I think they can lean on him and Jared Dokes to do some of that dirty work. So when the scat backs come in there, they're doing, they're dumping off for little screens and stuff like that. It could form up to be quite a good running back room if they can get one and get Lindsey on the team and find these 5 or 6 guys and let them hash it out and keep somebody on the practice squad and rotate them in because it's going to be running back by committee.
Right.
That's just how they do it around here.
I kind of like the young man from Florida State too that was there that was at the combine. I forget his name, but he shined in the drills with his quickness. He's not the biggest back. He weighed about 210, but he when I watched him during the season, he broke a lot of tackles, lot of tackles. Yeah, and he had a lot of long runs too throughout the year. But the guy from Florida, he's a beast.
He's a beast.
Yeah, don't slip on him. He's a beast.
Yeah, I know. I think, and he's young too. He's only 20 years old, if I recall correctly, because he's only a junior, true junior. So he's coming out really early, getting out there early. Those are the kids that you see where if they stayed another year in college, not that they'd move high up the board, but they wouldn't be laying around for you in the 4th round. You know what I'm saying? And that's
but he gonna be hungry when he get to your team. He gonna be hungry. He's gonna have a serious on his shoulder.
Yep. I think
to me they didn't play him enough in Florida.
They didn't play him enough. My brother-in-law is a big Gators fan, and he said, listen, when they gave the kid the rock, he was productive. If you could tell that he was out there when he got his opportunities, he was showing out. He showed out on his opportunities, and if we can get him in the 4th round, that's the name of the game for running backs. You're a dime a dozen. You better show out in your opportunities. Guys like Salvin Ahmed, Jared Dokes, Myles Gaston, he coming for your snaps, and that's the kind of hungry I want in my running back room. If you've seen when Philip Lindsay got on the Dolphins and Duke Johnson got on the Dolphins, that's what hungry looks like. I need guys that they look like they want to hurt.
That's what hungry look like.
That's what hungry look like.
They run through a brick wall.
I look like I got a second mortgage on my other house, and my crypto took a dip, and baby mama crying. I need some money. I got to make this check. Get out my way. I need some of that around here. Give me some hungry in my running back.
Chris, how was he yards after contact?
The kid from Florida?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have the stats right in front of me, but I'll get it. I'll do a little bit of a deeper dive when we get closer to draft.
Hey, Chris, by the way, we used to, back in the day, we used to call that pride and heart, man.
Yeah,
all of what you just said. That we used to call that pride and heart.
Well, it's a little different now because even pride and heart, I don't want in some players. Give me somebody. Give me like a stray dog that's missing an eye and half its tail's been burnt off, and come from a hard place and missing a couple teeth.
That's a junkyard dog, man.
Don't corner him because he'll bite the hell at you.
So you don't need the RCA dog. You don't want that dog. No, you don't want the RCA dog.
Listen, I got that dog in my house. On my running back, I want this guy to have. I want him to look like he got problems. You know,
right?
What I'm
like
saying?
Frank Gore style.
That's right. It just sit there and just pound on
Frank Gore wakes up in the morning and is like, somebody give me a football. I need to eat some breakfast.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
Hey guys, what do you think about moving Eichenberg back to guard and just let him develop like Dieter did on the bench?
I don't like Eichenberg at guard.
I want him there
because he don't have the anchor to hold down against these D tackles.
I know, but Dieter didn't either. Dieter didn't, but
Dieter at least has more anchor than him. If you look, okay, so
I'm talking about just the really good backup guard. I don't think he'll ever be a starting guard.
I think he's better at and he's projected at right tackle because he's got enough speed and technique and hand placement, and he's strong enough to hold guys off long enough for anyone. But he did it better on the left side. It's just guys on the left side are the elite of the elite. The guys on the right usually catch a break every now and again. That's why they think he could be projected as a better left tackle. I think he needs to gain 10, 15 pounds and continue with the work he does. I think he'll be fine at left tackle or right tackle. At guard, I don't think he's got the ass to hold it down, man. If he can't figure out a way to make one of these tackle jobs, he ain't going to keep his job. That's all there is to it.
I just can't see it. He doesn't seem like he gets bowled real easy.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm just betting on that. He's 24 years old and can get on that Miami Dolphins off-season program and put himself on some weight. And but again, a lot of these guys are going to find success in this scheme because it's easier for the guys around you to make up for your deficiencies, and it's easier to have help in this scheme because it's essentially walls that move. That's all. It's a little bit. It's not, hey, pick your one-on-one matchups. It's, hey, we're all going this way. We're pushing guys out that way. And once you snap off the ball and everyone starts moving laterally like that, it gets the defense of line moving. You get your hands out and everyone works together, and it allows the center or the guard to make up deficiencies for left or right, depending on where the defensive tackle ends up in the gap. So it's a coordination of guys. And it's going to take young guys just like Dieter who can move their feet, or excuse me, not Dieter. What's his name? Eichenberg. Eichenberg is perfect for this type of offense because he's got feet, just like Jackson. Both those guys got wheels on them, and you need a guy that's 300 plus, 320 pounds plus that can actually run and continue to run. And that's what they got. They got a few of those guys on the team. And
yeah,
Dieter,
Eichenberg's feet ain't that bad. The biggest problem is that swim move just tears him up most of the time.
Well, that swim move, you're going to see less of it because he's not going to be snapped up and stand and take it. He's not going to step up and plant his feet. It's going to be snap off the ball out.
Eichenberg might not even make this team. I don't know what you guys are talking about, bro. But okay. Whatever you guys say.
I don't see that. They traded two
previous post.
Move up.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, they traded a past regime traded for a player. That doesn't mean he's gonna do anything. First of all, he cannot. He's not good laterally. Whoever told you guys he's good laterally is look at his tape. He's not good laterally. He failed at his natural position of left tackle. Miserable. Okay, I don't think he makes his team. If they got a left tackle, he can't play right tackle. He's not going to, because he's going to have to learn a position he's never played. And if he's that bad at left tackle, he's not going to be a good right tackle.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you, he may not even make this team.
That's why I want him to move him to guard and let him develop.
He doesn't have the ankle to play guard. He weighs 302 pounds.
He's going to make the team, man.
If Crypto knows what I'm saying. If he weighed 330, I got you. Put him at guard. 302, they'll push him right down on his ass. I wish I was wrong. But I'm just saying.
So Miss Fins says,
Big John, I'm telling you, Big John.
Miss Fins has a breaking news report coming up here. TFTG breaking news report.
Live breaking news.
TFTG says sources Browns to meet with Deshaun Watson on Tuesday in Houston, one day after he met with the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers, both of whom have made trade proposals. Dun, dun, dun.
Hey, Crypto, can you get on the phone with Ross? Crypto, can you get on the phone with Ross right now and ask him for me, like how he can be sitting here watching all this stuff without freaking like his hair curling up and wanting to get on the phone?
Yeah,
Teddy Bridgewater.
He's already had
so
a meeting
glad
with
this is
him,
Chris Greer's last year. Hold on a second, guys.
Night.
Before Color or Crypto, before you answered, I gotta answer Diehard Dolphin right here. Listen, Diehard Dolphin. I don't know if you know this, but Chris Greer not only ain't going nowhere, shit, if this owner ends up losing his job, he'll become the most powerful person in the entire Dolphins organization. He'll be the king shit around that mug. If anything, he's sitting high and mighty.
He's probably hoping that he gets pushed out the door.
If anything, he might be that source that Flores really got. Just saying.
I think if Russia nukes us, Chris will survive.
Oh yeah, Chris Greer is first of all, there ain't a window, door, tunnel, secret passageway, library book that you pull open where the slide out and you got a secret tunnel, Batman style. Chris Greer got every exit open for him.
Well, unfortunately for the Super Bowl champions, if we get attacked by Russia, it's likely the West Coast first.
Yeah, they screwed.
I know, we're pretty close to Cuba.
There'll be no repeat.
Oh yeah, it'll be the Cuban. They just line up all their nukes in Cuba, right?
I forgot about that. I forgot all about yeah.
Damn it, Thomas, got me, bro. Got me.
Well, the good news is Brady won't get it either.
Oh man.
Yes.
Brady. Eichenberg is not athletic enough at tackle and no anchor for guard. I disagree with you, Florida born. I think he is athletic enough for tackle as far as this scheme. But you're right. I don't think he got enough anchor for guard. But hey, maybe Eichenberg will snap the football. He would be perfect for a body type, skill set wise as a center. So maybe Eichenberg is the answer at center. Damn, that would be a way to work this whole thing out right now.
There you go.
Now we're solving problems. Chris Greer,
now you're being innovative there.
One other thing, Chris. I'm pretty sure the Texans are just as upset with Mike Florio as the Dolphins are. So, being that that's from Pro Football Network, it literally could be complete obfuscation.
Again, Color. The Dolphins have an offer on the table.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so all these teams,
TFN is the one that leaked that, and they both
all
could be
of
pissed
these teams are putting their offers on the table, and I would imagine they would be more than what the Dolphins offered. If not, why wouldn't the Texans just call the Dolphins? Also, once they get all these offers and they have one that they see as the one they're willing to take, they don't bring the offer to the Dolphins and say, can you beat this offer? Can you beat this offer? And who's to say they wouldn't beat the offer or try to beat it? And also, all of these teams that are in the market for Deshaun Watson are in the market for quarterbacks. Now, maybe they'll take their chances in the draft, or maybe they'll be in the market for Tua Tagovailoa, especially the Saints, who are in cap hell, which would make out with the Dolphins paying some of that dead cap in a trade for him. And there's also a potential of movement with the Browns. They're in cap trouble. They're going to let go of some of those players to pay for Deshaun Watson, but it is potential.
I'm sure half their fan base thinks Tua is better than Baker Mayfield.
I'm sure they don't have any love lost one way or the other when it comes to it.
The Panthers are sitting with Sam Darnold, so if they go all in for Watson and it doesn't work for them,
Tua would love that over Sam Darnold.
That's what I'm saying. If they go all in for Watson and it's just not enough, it'll be enough for Tua.
Around here, you ain't felt the lowering of a Sam Darnold bar. Thank God, guys.
So. Now, let me ask you all.
Sam Darnold is a much better quarterback than Deshaun Watson.
Now, let me ask you all this: is anybody on the panel aware of what is? We know what the Dolphins have offered and what other teams are probably offering, but what is Houston's stance? When do they want the picks? Do they want the picks to be conveyed this year or next year, or are they looking for picks down the road? Because some of these teams, what I'm saying is, they say they want 3 first rounds. They probably, matching Miami's is 3 first round and 2 second
and 2 players.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna leave it off the players, but I'm trying for his draft picks.
Yeah,
okay,
picks. Okay,
Miami picks can convey this year and next year because they have 2 next year.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's the key.
If are the Texans wanting the draft picks to convey in the next 2 years? If that's the case,
people not looking at it that way, right?
That type of capital.
Yeah, nobody's got.
I'm looking at it that way, right?
They don't have. They can't give the Texans 3 first-round draft picks in 2 years.
On top of that defense,
only team that can do that are the Philadelphia Eagles.
Right. And on top of that defense, they also don't have the players that have the value of a first round that we can give them.
Well, Cleveland,
like our own quarterback, for instance.
Cleveland does. You're right.
Cleveland got players that have the first round grade.
Sure.
But my thing is, what are the Texans wanting? Are they looking to for the draft capital to play out in 2 years? Or are they looking for the draft?
Exactly. Do they want the return on their investment?
Not only that, defense.
They don't want the return on the investment sooner.
Guys,
defense. I think that would hinge on the quantity. If somebody were willing to give them 5 picks, but they're not coming for 2-3 years, then maybe that tips the balance. I don't know. That's a good question.
Also, everybody needs to understand something, and I haven't said this for quite a long time, since back when Deshaun Watson talk was at its peak. But I'm gonna bring this back up. It's a point in which no one has made or thought about. So, breaking announcement for everyone to throw in the mix. The team that trades for Deshaun Watson gives them their first-round draft picks. What value are those first-round draft picks going to have 2 and 3 years later down the line with Deshaun Watson as the fucking quarterback on the football team? Are they going to get 29, 28, 30, 31, 32 even?
Right.
So they're going to want not only draft picks, but ones they can roll the dice with on it. And I'm telling you, the first-round draft pick that we get from Tua is highly coveted and valued because it's another team. We have our first-round draft pick. We have San Francisco's first-round draft pick. We have another San Francisco first-round draft pick this year, which is what it is now. But the 4th pick that they would get for Tua was whatever picks they get from a team that has acquired Tua, giving them potentially more value or chances to get other teams to fail to have the draft come up, where if one team has Deshaun Watson on it, you can almost guarantee those are going to be 20 or up. So 2 other teams in the mix, the Panthers, the Saints, even whatever gets to and they get draft capital either next year or the following year or whatever, is something that actually plays better for the Dolphins on the table.
Plus, Chris, if we're able to give them 2 picks, like for instance, 2 picks next year, one pick this year, 2 picks next year, they have a pick this year. So even though it's 29th, our number 1 pick now couples with their number 1 pick as 2 to trade up to for a better number 1. Also, they'll have 2 next year in the first round from us, plus their 1. So now that's 3 first-round picks they'll have next year to be able to wheel and deal to get up to even the first pick in the draft.
If I told you the trade for Tua was a second-rounder this year and a first-rounder next year, and that's a more enticing deal to Houston.
Right.
The other thing, Chris, is
because they could also pick like next year with 3 picks.
Look at it. The following
2 of ours
year,
and 1 of their own.
They could
pick one guy and then trade out those 2 other first-round picks for a boatload of others in the 3rd and 4th round.
If they got a pick for Tua in the first round in 2023 rather than 2022, and they handed that package over to Houston. Houston now has 4 first-round draft picks from 4 different teams that one of these teams is going to be low enough to take the other 3 picks to move far enough up the board for them to make a pick on a quarterback. It's not this year's first-rounder that makes sense. It's the following year. And it's something I said a long time ago about what Chris Grier was going to do with the value of Tua, is sell it for a first and a second or a first and a third, but wasn't going to sell the first for this year. It was going to be the following year, unless he can sell them to the Saints. So,
Chris, you get your point there, because next year's draft is projected to have a lot of blue chip talent in the first round.
That's right. And who knows what
and a lot of positions
will rise up in the quarterback, because right now sitting at the top is the Temple guy. And no one would have seen that a year ago, that the Temple quarterback was sitting here as top quarterback in the draft right now. So just saying. There's
the match is so, and this is why I keep reiterating, Chris, because the match is so perfect in every way,
Malik,
that it will be the biggest blunder in sports history for the Miami Dolphins not to sign Deshaun Watson.
Somebody's going to do it. Somebody's
going to happen. What I'm saying is we're not getting him. I've resigned myself to that. I'm just pointing out that it will be the biggest blunder in sports history, in my humble opinion.
I would believe that.
Go
ahead, defense.
That's why one of the reasons why I was asking that question on, what was Houston looking for as far as compensation. Because if you look at the teams that so far, the 3 teams that he's talking to so far, because I'm pretty sure there are other teams behind the scenes, but the 3 teams names that are out there, none of them have the draft capital that would help Houston in any way, because Carolina don't have any second round draft picks. They gave them all the way.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. What the hell?
Seems like they're going a long way around to get back to us, doesn't it, defense?
Well, what I'm just trying to show
it just makes no sense.
How a debacle it would be for it not to have to come back around to Chris Greer to have to pull the trigger, because it's just his hand would be almost forced to pull the trigger because of what we would be offering. Because, like I say, to go to Cleveland would have to give away half their team because they don't have first and second round draft picks.
I think.
Right. What people just glossing on the fact that they're asking for second round picks.
And again, you're getting all those first and second round picks from a team that now has Deshaun on it.
And you got to make cap space. A lot of these teams don't have cap space.
The cap space.
Yeah, that's what's puzzling. It's real puzzling.
Well, the Saints got to do some serious maneuvers because they minus 43. They minus 43 million in the cap.
Well,
that's the biggest mystery.
Well, what he means, Chris, is that it's the easiest for us we're in the best cap position.
We're in the best cap position to acquire Deshaun
I could see
Watson,
Carolina, but my lord, the Saints, really?
We've already signed.
And we're already a 9-8 team. That's another thing people forget. Usually the team in our position with this leverage is like a 1-15 team.
That's right. Usually it's the Lions.
That's why I don't accept when people say our team is trash.
The Lions,
our team is ready for Deshaun Watson.
Make this happen. They've got the draft capital. They could give a quarterback and replacement for him. But again,
that's the case. Just go muddy the waters and say the Jets are interested in the Giants. They got 2 first-round picks in the top 10. Nobody's talking about them.
Jaguars
they really want to muddy the waters. Just don't say it. The Jets are interested.
Just follow the breadcrumbs. Just follow the breadcrumbs. You could tell.
No, Crypto. They don't want to damage Zach Wilson's psyche or nothing.
Yeah,
right. Just go put it up there.
Crypto. Don't be sabotaging Zach Wilson over there, bro. You get enough sabotage going around this month.
Yeah, Zach Wilson is what you
Zach Wilson. 2 is coming for your job.
That's right. Coming to get you.
Listen, all we heard.
Here comes video of Tua right. So he coming for your job, Zach Wilson.
Listen, all we heard for half the day was that he's only going to lift his no trade clause for New Orleans and Carolina. Now all of a sudden Cleveland's getting involved. You're going to see a lot more.
That's just it. I didn't get the report that he's lifting his no trade clause for New Orleans.
Yeah, that was a fake.
That's not what I heard. What I heard was those are the teams that are in discussion that the Houston Texans are releasing that they're in discussion with. That's what I heard. And
the Texans
they're meeting with Deshaun Watson as well. So Deshaun Watson's meeting with people. He's the only quarterback that is essentially in free agency again. Or excuse me, like he can literally pick where he wants to go. Where more often than not, this doesn't happen.
Can't just dish him anywhere.
They can't.
Deshaun is doing his diligence. What if Cleveland was going to give him a small island in the middle of the Caribbean? I mean, would we blame him for taking it? That's all I'm saying. He's doing his diligence. He's going to make sure he's going to be comfortable down here in Miami and not making a mistake coming here.
M. Grazi, I don't think Teron Armstead is a smart signing, no matter how you slice it. Unless we're getting Armstead, and then that means that Deshaun Watson's coming. Then I'll be like, all right, that was pretty smart. Now, and guess what? Dolphins could sign them both and figure that money out because that's how much cap we got. Just being real, guys.
What has Zach Wilson done to warrant them sticking with him?
He almost beat us.
Zach Wilson.
Yeah, he did.
I will say this. towards the end of the year, because they ran him in a pro-style offense all year, he made growth. And they really
got two first-round picks, Chris.
I know, and they're going to build around him.
They get 2 first-round picks in the top 10. Two picks in the top 10 of the draft. Houston can deal with that.
When this is all said
Deshaun
and
Watson
done,
wants to go to New York. He likes the nightlife, remember? Let's just start that narrative.
The Giants
he likes Times Square. He likes being at Times Square. There's a lot of massage parlors in Times Square.
If he goes to the Jets, we're storming the castle early, bro. We're storming the castle early, bro.
Defense makes a great point. Dude. Hey, defense makes a great point. Right. We could literally trade our bag for Trevor Lawrence, and Jacksonville could take that bag right around and trade it for Deshaun Watson.
I think you see several teams start to get in this mix. You're going to see Seattle. You're going to see the Giants, probably the Jets, maybe Pittsburgh.
I'm going back to my original prediction. Tua is being traded to Seattle.
Nope.
No, he's going to the Jets.
This is all a smoke screen by Chris Greer to build up the draft capital of Tua Tagovailoa to sell him to a team like Carolina.
He's not going to go to purgatory. He's not going to go to purgatory. You go out to Seattle, that's purgatory.
Yeah, but it's really close to home.
All the other teams other than Miami is technically is purgatory.
It's only like what, 6-hour flight to Hawaii.
Thank you, Miss Fins. 11 touchdowns and no interceptions in his last 5 games. That ain't no BS. He did good towards the end there. He made progression. He did.
What quarterback has done that in the last 10 years, Miss Fins?
He almost beat Buffalo.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
Again, they got draft capital and they got holes that they can fill. And I think.
But remember, you can move on from a quarterback that has out-of-body experiences. Just ask Jared Goff.
Hey, put up AB's comment, Chris. I love this one. No, AB. It was definitely Gase, bro. I'm still waiting on the return of Adam Gase. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
The return
of
definitely
Adam Gase. I still believe.
Well, yeah, Miss Fins, you are allowed to have an out-of-body experiences over the last 3 weeks of the season. They're still going to move on from Zach Wilson.
No, they're not going to move on from Zach Wilson. His mom is beloved there in New York, and they love that kid. They love their pretty boy, Floyd, stuff like that. Here he is talking to the media right now. Yeah, see, they love that guy. They love him, bro.
That New York media was the guy. He's been sabotaged by the New York press. He's ready to get out the door.
No. They love him up there. He's a New Jersey native, isn't he? I heard
he's going to kill it.
I heard he grew up with the same jacket that Joe Namath had. He wore that to his prom. Story, word on the street for it. So, I
heard he's got a Joe Namath doll under his pillow.
I did too. I heard he's got he got one of those.
You definitely got to trade him now.
No way. So you guys know that? Nah, I'm not gonna set up this video.
I can't figure out if the chat's talking about Russell, Zach, or Cedric. Do you all know?
Russell, Zach, or Cedric?
Right.
It's Mr. Wilson, don't you know?
Apparently, all 3 of them have improved at the end of last season.
They've all improved since the beginning of the stream to now the end of the stream. They've really much improved. All right, guys. It's hitting the magic hour. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing to the channel. If you're watching on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, come over to YouTube. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Come back and check out all the great content we got tomorrow night. Talk TMI Tuesday live at 9 with color commentary on there with him. Right after that, you got open mic with Mike on the mic, and you can catch Mike again with Drop the Mic. And he has Brandon the Bookie on there with him on Saturdays at 10. Thursday night, color commentary, late night color commentary. Help support the show at Cash App, The Fins Tailgate, Venmo, The Fins Tailgate. You guys catch El Capitan all the time, anytime. Partnered with Fanatics. Get yourself some gear, buy some cool cups, buy some good hats, Get yourself a good blazer like this. Actually, you know what? You can't have a jacket like this. This is my jacket. But you can't get other good stuff. Fanatics in the link in the description below. Make sure you're checking that out. We also have our own gear. We're going to be giving away some hats here soon because we got over the 750 mark. I told everybody we would. And once we get over the 1,000 mark, probably going to buy some of this gear and maybe something from Fanatics. I don't know. I'm going to do something. We're going to do giveaways all that week that we hit over 1,000. So it's going to be really great. So let's try to find some I know Big Eyes Gase turn you into stone. What? No way. He turned people into stone. That'd be crazy. So let's find a way to come to an end. Tomorrow, I expect more news to come out. Maybe some TFTG news briefs will come in there. I did drop some news brief episodes, guys, so please make sure you go check those out. They're only about 3 minutes long. Make sure to leave a comment. Hit the like on them, guys. Something I'm going to be doing, putting them in. It's a starting of a format for when I'm going to start doing some shorts. We're going to get a green screen in here. I'm going to do crazy shit. You guys have no idea what kind of madness I'm hiding under this pink hat that says Miami underneath it. You can guess a little bit with the pink hat that there might be some shit going on up here. There is. So I got a lot of things planned. As soon as I could chalk out more time and energy and put a little bit more resources into this thing, I'm going to take this shit to the next level. Wait till you guys see the kind of craziness I got going on. You see the videos, you see the nonsense. I got some extra coming here directly here in the next couple of months. Color knows. He knows a couple of my ideas. He's excited about them. But guys, tomorrow, big day in free agency again. Again, none of these mofos get signed till Wednesday, but big day anyhow. There's all the offensive tackles left. Some of these guys are going to start going.
No,
Some
Orlando
of these teams,
Brown received the tag already.
Yeah, but I'm talking about free agents on the market. There hasn't been a free agent signing of a left tackle to a different team.
Signing.
As far as someone leaving their team and getting signed there. So there hasn't really been any movement. The Seahawks are the only ones that signed somebody today, if I recall. A lot of guards got signed, but no tackles.
No tackles.
No tackles. So
right, salary cap is tomorrow, right? I mean Wednesday. Salary cap deadline is Wednesday, right?
Well, yeah, that's the official free agency where you
got to be under the cap by Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's the start of it's the start of the new league.
At the start
Wednesday.
of the new league.
So how the hell
that don't make no sense?
That's right, and that's why they're waiting for it. And I think Chris Greer's waiting for that day.
Right.
There's going to be cuts. There's going to be cuts tomorrow, like a muffo.
Yeah.
I think they're waiting
because they're trying to get
underneath
the actual number.
But again, guys,
so what are we talking about? 180 million? Because what's called just spent 163 million. Did it Jacksonville?
No, it's is it 200? It's 208, isn't it?
But you guys got to remember.
So as long as everybody's under that number, they're good.
They have an idea of how they want to word these contracts. Okay?
Right.
They can move money all that front-loaded money for Ogbah. We might not have to pay Ogbah but $5 million to the cap if that's what they want. I mean,
it's 8 or 11, isn't it?
It's 8 that against the cap this year.
Mm-hmm.
My point is, they restructure anyone they want.
Yep.
Wasn't it Patrick Mahomes signed that deal and it was like a couple days later he restructured it or something like that?
Yeah.
It wasn't he's restructured it twice and he ain't even played on it yet. The point is there's way to manipulate this cap. So don't get bogged down so much in the money.
Seems like Aaron Rodgers got a team-friendly deal with $200 million, $153 million guaranteed.
Exactly.
Not a bad deal. That's a team-friendly deal right there.
I know, right?
Good for Aaron Rodgers.
Man, how many cuts and reworks is Green Bay gonna have to do by Wednesday?
Well, you got to remember the cap goes up, Tom. The cap goes up, so there is relief in some ways. And trading, cutting. Don't get me wrong. There's very rarely do you have the money, the power, the flexibility. Dolphins could sign an extension on Devontae Parker and rework it and save money. I know, Crypto. I didn't mean to say that, but also Xavier Howard. They front load some money and put, sign-in bonus back in the money. There's ways they can maneuver this shit, guys. It's known.
Chris, you got to cut it out. You're going to have crypto nightmares tonight.
Whatever.
They're gonna get Devontae a 5-year extension.
Listen, they want him to be in the building. I really think that
I will move to North Korea if that happens. I will move to North Korea if that happens.
I do have exclusive footage of the official Finn's tailgate truck, the actual Finn's tailgate. If you guys want to see it,
yeah, let's see it.
Break it out. Go. All right.
Actually, color. The grill I got
is
the grill I got connects onto the back of the smoker. So, but
right on.
We'll get on to that next time. Let's start with you, Thomas. Where do you hope? What do you hope to see that the Dolphins get moving on tomorrow?
Definitely not Armstead.
I'm liking that. You're right on. I don't want Armstead either.
I'd like to see him get Collins if the price is right.
Yeah.
I like that, Thomas.
I can see that.
I like that, Thomas. Well, thank you, Thomas. I really appreciate it, my man. I'll see you next time, Thomas. Defense. Where would you like these Dolphins to actually put some resources in tomorrow?
Actually, well, no, I think you can get one of those in the draft. I was going to say a slot corner, but I think you can get one of those in the draft. I would say try to get an experienced tackle, offensive tackle. You know,
yeah.
Right? At this point, I don't care what side it is, but they need to try to get an experienced tackle. So because those other guys going to need some leadership, but especially one that's has worked within this blocking scheme before.
Yeah. I mean, it's somebody that will thrive in this system, and really could take. Are you looking for a guy that's a little older that knows the scheme and can teach it to the younger guys? Or are you looking for someone a little younger that could take some of these snaps?
I want somebody that's a little of both. Somebody that's been in the league maybe 3-4 years, that's starting, or has started, or had some starts under their belt, but been been very good. A very good grade, blocking grade, somebody like that, and then sounds like take it. That way we won't have to pay over the top for a person like that.
I hear you. All right, defense. Thanks for coming by, my man. I'll see you next time at the tailgate party that never stops, my man. Crypto. So, where are you hoping these Dolphins put some of these resources?
Yeah, just start the process of pushing folks out the door. You know whose bus ticket I've already got printed out. So
who?
So, got some bus tickets ready, man.
Oh, man, I didn't know Miss Finn's ain't gonna be happy to hear that you hate Gesicki like that.
Yeah, Gesicki's gonna be traded. Gesicki's out the door as well.
Really?
We had to get him signed on that franchise tag, make him think it was a friendly deal, and we gotta ship him out.
Dolphins aren't so friendly, apparently, huh, Crypto? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, let me know if you get on the Stephen Ross yacht tonight. I'll hear from you tomorrow. And thanks for coming on, Crypto. I'll see you next time, brother.
Later, Crypto.
Yeah. All right.
Later.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, not DVP. That's right. DFAM for life. So Crypto, or excuse me, color of Crypto. Where's some of these resources going to end up tomorrow?
Well, I think since I can't pronounce the guy's first name, that Collins guy, I'll just call him Deshaun. We should go for that Deshaun Collins guy.
Lyle Collins.
Yeah. And then, I'm just kidding, man. Yeah, I mean.
Deshaun Collins.
Keep doing what we're doing. Keep getting these good players you can get without at least making it look like you're not spending any money. I just continue what you're doing, Miami. It's needed no matter who we have at quarterback. So
I feel you there, Color. You know how I am. I'm a Chris Greer fan for these types of deals that they're signing right now. This is positive spending money where it doesn't feel like we're going to be looking at that contract and going, damn, we didn't get the money for it. Outside of the Will Fuller contract, not a lot of blunders been made around here since Chris Grier took over all of operations when it comes to doing this shit. So good job, Chris Grier. Color. I'll see you tomorrow on TMI. You need to make sure to reach out to Tom because
man. Thanks a lot, man.
Later, Color. So guys, again, make sure to like the video, subscribe if you guys aren't subscribed. Should be giving out some hats here real soon, so keep in contact. We're gonna give them away, mail them out, give away cards, do all kinds of good giveaways here on the Fins Tailgate. For me, I think they are going to get some offensive linemen. I don't expect to see a big name come in here. I would like to get Morgan Moses. I think we can get him at a good deal. I think they could sign him for about $6 million guaranteed, and they can sign bonus that and put less to the cap, probably only count for like $3 million to the cap and bring Morgan Moses on this football team. Sign him to a 3-year deal, 18 guaranteed. He's 30 years old, plays right tackle, does okay in the zone scheme, year-to-year contracts. You know how Chris Grier does. This is a stopgap thing. They're going to go with the young guys around here. You're going to have to. It's a lot of running for this offensive line. And with that, I'd like to see them take some of the savings that they're doing and go get Juju Smith-Schuster. I know people don't like Juju Smith-Schuster, but now is the best time to buy a talent like that. So buying Juju Smith-Schuster for cheap, where he's going to go for shit, dude, you might be able to get him for like $8-9 million guaranteed right now. And that is cheap for a talent like him who's lost some luster with the year he stayed in being the number 1 wide receiver for the Steelers. And dude, if we can get lucky to get that guy on a 1-year, 2-year prove it kind of deal, flex the money around. Ahab, I'm sorry, man. Juju Smith-Schuster in this offense where you have a number 1 wide receiver like Jalen Waddle on here, it allows Jalen Waddle to flex out. Bowden, Juju Smith-Schuster, Jalen Waddle can play out on the edge now and go for the deeper passes. And Juju Smith-Schuster's matched up on a 2nd or a 3rd. I'm telling you, he can block. He can do plays outside. He's a quick pass guy. He's already ran this offense with a quick pass quarterback. I'm telling you, this guy is perfect. And if we can get him at the right price, you're going to be like, holy shit, Juju Smith-Schuster's a lot better than I thought. And it'll appear to be that way. But really, it's the fact that he's eaten up on 2nd and 3rd corners. So draft a wide receiver in the 1st and 2nd round, maybe. But I don't want to leave that up to chance. If Tua's going to need weapons around here and a pseudo inside-outside weapon like Juju Smith-Schuster who can block. Again, guys, he can block. Important in this game for that type of wide receiver. Defense, thank you for coming by, man. Everybody, thank you for coming by. Ahab, ABAB, M. Grizzy, Vaughn, California, Miss Fins, Squid Games came by, Low Stall Fanatics, everyone. I won't get all the shout outs, but thank you guys for coming by the tailgate party that never stops. Again, make sure to hit the like on your way out. Hashtag Fins Up, TFTG. Welcome to the family, everybody. We'll see you next time.